Fam, you wouldn't show up to your game unprepared, so why you still wilding out down there? That's why I had to collab with Manscaped. It's all about precision, confidence, and staying ready for whatever's coming your way, if you get what I mean. When you feel clean, you move different. And on the Courtnee Edgar show, we keep it real, we keep it sharp, focused, and ready for anything. Now, I ain't gonna steer you wrong, so you gotta make sure you hit the link below. The link is gonna be in the description as well as pinned in the chat. And look, get your Manscaped kit right now and stop showing up to life unprepared. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Courtnee Edgar Show. What up, what it do, what it is. Welcome to another show. Welcome to Banter and Bar, the show where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Listen, we got the gang in here today. I don't know what Beavis and Butthead at, but they'll be here eventually. You know what I'm saying? We got Macaroni Tony in the house, and we got Unbiasedly Raw in here, man. How y'all feeling, bro?
I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. Shut up, Beavis.
What's up, Beavis?
Shut up, Beavis.
Oh snap! What it is, ma? What's good with it? How you feeling? Let me make sure everybody. Let me do a couple things before we get started with the show. Got some people who want to tap into the show, cuz. So let me go ahead and send this over real quick. Give me a high little second. Oh, there you go.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yo,
what up, my guy?
Yeah, what's happening?
You feeling good, big dog?
Yeah. Got the fellas in here again, huh?
Yeah. I think Ashley be here. She'll be popping in soon, bro. She'll be popping in real soon.
Hey, you got Raw there looking like Eddie Murphy back in the fucking 80s, bro. He got the leather jacket on.
You know what I'm saying? Got the Lord Jesus.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, you can hear you.
But look like he just left the club after like 3 shots. He's like, oh snap.
Yeah.
I got a podcast to go to.
Sugar Mama wasn't biting.
Yeah.
They wasn't biting tonight. Let me go ahead and get on up out of here, cuz.
You back to work.
Well, listen, bro, y'all ready to go ahead and get started with this show, big dog? Because we got some topics to cover tonight. Might get a little spicy tonight. You feel me? But before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right. So let's go ahead and start with this first topic of tonight. We ain't gonna spend too much time on it, but we gotta talk about it. So a lot of people, they are, everybody got their idea about Trump. A lot of people who were once Democrats, they're starting to switch over. They're starting to turn red because, I guess they're waking up. And so we have one black lady who says everybody need to wake the hell up. So we're going to play this video, then we're going to give our thoughts and opinions, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, folks, at this point, you can tell that there is some type of psychotic spirit that has taken over our country. Folks are mad that the president is doing what a president is supposed to do. You can tell that we haven't had real leadership because when real leadership comes along, folks don't know how to handle it. A president's job is to protect his country from foreign and domestic threats. A president's job is to make sure the country is profitable. The president's job is to make sure its country's citizens can live in peace and prosperity. That's what our president is doing. But because we haven't had leadership in so long, people don't know how to handle this. I believe this thing really, really started. I know it started in the 60s when they had already had the plan to destroy America. But Barack Obama, y'all, he did a number on this country. He used the black man's mannerisms to charm the world. He learned the coolness of the black man. I'm telling you, he learned how to speak eloquently. He came with speeches about hope and change and captivated the world. And right in front of our eyes, blindly, we saw this man usher in all kind of abominations. And then Joe and Kamala patted these abominations on the back. Now we got boys really thinking they can be girls and girls thinking they can be boys. Now we have kids using kitty litter in the school because they identify as animals and that's how they use the restroom. We have kids being castrated at an early age by psychotic parents and doctors. And we have crazy people in the schools indoctrinating children. This is where we are. I don't know if we'll ever be able to recover, guys. This is how bad this is. And they are fighting the president on every front as he's trying to fix this country in its psychotic thinking. They are fighting him. Satan is taking over, and the people want to follow Satan. Not all, but a lot. This thing is crazy. I am watching lunatics. Look at the judges. Ketanji Brown does not know what a woman is. Where are we? Look at those liberal judges on that. Listen, y'all, we have to pray. Common sense is gone. And because of this satanic agenda, people are losing their minds. They have a chant that says, we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. This all, I'm telling you, Obama used the black man mannerisms to captivate the world. And he turned the whole country over to Satan when he lit that White House up with the abominations that they use, the colors that they use for an abomination that they took, that is God's covenant. That's how you know this whole thing is against Christianity. It's against God, which Christianity came from the Roman Catholic Church. What it is against Jesus's teachings. Wake up. Wake up. They're castrating children. Do y'all not understand this?
So, what are you guys' thoughts on this?
I mean, she right on a lot of stuff. As far as the performance of the president and all that type of stuff, I mean, that's subjective depending on how you feel. What I noticed a lot about this politics is basically just how you feel. What is right to you, what's wrong to you. So if you feel like kids can get their sex changed at a young age and it don't matter and all that type of stuff, and other people saying, hey, that's wrong, you're gonna look at them like they wrong, right? But all in all, I look at how is it affecting the country as a whole, and right now we got. Oh, did I go out?
No, yeah, you good. We can still hear you.
Did I go out?
No, you good.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we got more tools to divide us than to bring us together, and I think it's by design. As far as like what party you kind of align to, I'm kind of over it. Like I'm not aligned to either party. I used to be Democrat, but I'm not anymore. I'm just kind of like independent. I register as independent because I just want to see what each candidate has to bring on each side. I got my checklist of things I feel like that's important to me, and whoever can deliver the most, that's who I'm gonna vote for, right? I think a lot of times we live in this we live in this thing that everything got to be absolute. So if you don't rock with everything that Obama got going on when he was running, you anti-black, and it's not the case, right? So I don't know. That whole situation with Obama and stuff, the contradictory things that he does is kind of crazy to me, because he wagged his finger to all the black men and said our moms and our grandmoms and everything look like Kamala, and kind of insinuated that we was misogynistic because we didn't want to vote a woman in, especially a black woman. But that lady in Virginia, he endorsed the white lady because she was I mean, like, if we're going to stay consistent, if we're going to do identity politics, let's keep it consistent, right? So we got the lady in Virginia, but because she's Republican, oh no, we can't do that. We can't do that. And I know everybody going to talk and everything, but you got to be careful with people. Obama, that's they Obama. That's damn near thing to Jesus. You can't say anything wrong about Obama.
Man,
but if you actually if you actually sit back and look at all the facts of like everything, it's kind of like the same thing with Kamala. The only black experience she really got was up until when she got to college. She grew up Indian in an Indian household. Obama, he grew up not in America for the most part, but he did come over here and he, he's went to school and all that type of stuff. But yeah, man, I'm just over the identity politics. I can't, like, anytime I have conversation with people, they don't talk about policies and everything. Like, what's the Jasmine Crockett? I haven't heard her say not one policy. All she say is Trump bad and everything is racism. That's the only thing they can run on.
Oh, and she begging for money now too. She begging for security.
And like at the end of the day, more money. And Charles Barkley came out not too long ago. He said, "Man, He been voting Democrat for like 50-something years, and he ain't seen nothing get better." So what we need? We need intangibles going forward with Democrats or whatever party, right? If you're Republican, we need tangibles, and we want to see action. Now the situation with Trump, if you voted for him for what he said he was going to do, he doing it. You getting the tangibles, straight up. Like, no matter if you like it or not, whatever he ran on is going. He putting stuff in place. When you get Democrats, I ain't gonna lie, when they get in office, they come to our neighborhoods, they shut job and go get hot sauce and get Megan Thee Stallion to shake booty in front of us and over with. Soon as everything died down, everybody is in place. You don't see them at all no more.
Marcus, Rob, what y'all got?
They be gone.
Yeah, you'll see it when they come out saying they're playing that victim role, that they can't make these changes because someone else is holding them back. I mean, that's pretty much all they've done the whole fucking, like, since I've been born. Like, they'll go and say they want to do something, but then they'll obviously blame it on someone else. They ain't got the funding, they ain't got whatever it is. It's always something, but they play that victim, like they would do something, but they just can't. Like, kind of like you said, man. I'm not too big into politics, so I'm not gonna say, like, this whole thing how people are crazy is just because of Trump, but he does stand on business as far as like running things logically and the way things should go. He's definitely not all about these emotions, these feelings that all these other people have, and I just don't get it how like these people are adults, working like this. Listen to children like a child has equal say so as they do just because they're a human being. Like, it is the craziest shit. They give these children, like, just because they feel a certain kind of way, that's a valid feeling. They're not stepping up as parents. They want to be cool. They want to be all this other shit. And while they're doing this, they're pretty much just ruining the kids. It's the craziest process that you can see going on in real time. It's just insane. Especially if you can just think back into how when you were a kid, certain things that you wanted to be a certain way, and you look at it now and you're like, God damn, that was crazy as fuck. and you know how strong you felt about it. Like, so I don't get that part. How a grown up, can be like that, knowing how they were as kids and being an adult's life. Still thinking that kids, the shit they're saying is valid, not just straight emotions. So that part I can't get, but also, man, you see all this other stuff. The big telltale is you see these people get pulled over by the cops and how they act, and the first thing they like 30-some years old screaming for their mom and shit. Like what the fuck is that about, bro? Like that's about the crazy shit I ever see, man, on TV. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna ever change or get any better, but yeah, man, this the way shit's going, just run off your emotions and feelings. It don't look too good.
Raw, what you got?
You on mute, bro.
What's talking about now?
There you go. Yeah, we can hear you.
Bet. All right, I need to quit hitting the damn red button. Well, now I got my my puppy's home now, and he in the kennel, so he whining because he could hear me, but I ain't trying to have a whole stream with whining in the background. But yeah, Auntie spitting with her little shortcut and whatever. She thinks she Keisha Cole or something. As far as it go with Obama and Kamala, fuck both of them. I mean, shit. I'm first-gen American. Y'all been saying fuck me, calling me all types of tethers and all this dumbass shit that y'all got going on. Then y'all keep voting for all these fuck-ass tethers. So what's really good? Just like Courtney said, or I think one of y'all said it, Shorty in Virginia, that's an actual Jamaican. Like, real nappy root Negro-ass Jamaican, She season her chicken with the curry. She don't season her curry with chicken. She eat curry chicken.
She don't wash greens in the tub.
You feel me? And just like it was brought up, Obeezy ain't back her because she black. Because that nigga's not black. His mama white. He grew up white. Y'all got to start holding these people. If y'all want to start doing all this tether talk and all this extra shit, y'all got to start holding people to what they actually identify with. Now, did Obama have some swag to him? Hell yeah. The boy charismatic as hell. I understand why the people went behind him. But, like Rick Ross said in his song, look at me, I'm pure nigga. You could look at him and see he not pure nigga. So what the fuck you thought he was finna do for you? Y'all went over there, y'all was trying to rally behind Kamala, call her all types of black and all this extra shit that y'all was trying to do with her. Okay. However you want to feel about that, you feel. But if one of us was from overseas and we came and took a black scholarship out of a black college, we'd be all types of filth to the earth.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all was behind her because she went to HBCU. That's your sister, your cousin, your auntie that couldn't go to school because she took the scholarship. Or however the fuck she got in. The seat that she got could have went to an actual black person. So y'all keep teeter-tottering on this line because y'all think y'all holier than thou doing all this dumbass shit. And y'all just get what y'all get. Sucks to suck. Trump been that dude since the 80s. Once he got into politics, and everybody could draw whatever line they want in the sand. Y'all talking about he ain't rent to black people in the 80s. How many of y'all had the qualifications to get in the building to begin with? Let's start there. Did y'all have the credit to get in there? Did y'all have the legal paper trail of money to get in and all that? Or was y'all fixing documents the same way y'all doing now and y'all was crying when food stamps was on pause? Like, half of y'all fucking mad talking about, oh, my granny wasn't finna get her Social Security. Nigga, you not getting none when you retire. I hope you know that. Every time you fuck that old girl and you nut off in there and she send that kid back to space in that damn clinic, there go your Social Security dwindling. Because who the fuck paying into it? They taking money out our checks right now to take care of your granny. If we don't have no kids, ain't no Social Security. So a lot of these programs is misplaced. I ain't gonna say hate. It's misplaced frustrations. Like, yeah, it's easy to blame Trump. It's easy to blame whoever the face of the White House is. But then you got all these people that's behind the scenes have been there 30, 40, 50 years. All they doing is embezzling money. They insulated. They don't know what the fuck going on outside neither. So yeah, this person might have 2-3 things that they want to pass on the bill. But when you actually do the breakdown of the bill, it was 60 things on that bitch. This motherfucker only added max 5. Then y'all wondering why, government shut down and they won't open it. It's like, no, it's some hidden shit in them bills. And motherfuckers is like, hold on, we was cool with the first 45, but what's this other 15 y'all doing here? This some bullshit. We ain't going. Shit hold out. And it's like, oh, well, Trump don't want the government workers to get paid. It ain't really him. Like, he holding the fort. And, he the one that got to get on the mic. And he been a personality since forever, so all he know how to do is talk to the people. So that's why he forever on his Twitter. He got his Twitter fingers mean as hell.
This shit dumb, bro. Like we easily influence and we go with whatever with identity politics. We don't sit back and have discernment to actually listen to the bullshit that people saying. They said Trump want the government shut down so he don't pay federal employees and everything. Why? What would be the good thing about that after that? Well, like he don't pay nobody, so now things in the country are shutting down. That means the country will start not functioning how it needs to go. That I'll be able to be at its most optimal, the most optimal it can be.
And most people believe that shit too.
The situation, and yeah, they believe it because all you got to do is Trump bad and they racist, so. They want to shut it down because he racist. Like it don't have no there's no context. It's just whatever that's told. They whatever you tell them, that's what they're gonna say, and they're gonna regurgitate it. I'm talking about grown ass people. I mean, I didn't heard of 45 the DL Hughley's, the Ricky Smiley, and those are the cats I used to look up to and like laugh. I can separate. You can separate politics from, comedy and everything. But when I'm sitting here listening, right, there's a situation. If you are very, very subjective in the way you're thinking and you're so one-sided to a party, right, that I'm talking about either Republican or Democrat. If you're so one-sided that you can't hear anything from the other side of the aisle that's good, even if it is good, you're going to be like, oh, no, shoot it down. I can't rock with you logically. I can't rock with you logically. Like, for example, Roland Martin. Pull up my iPad.
That's because that nigga cholesterol high.
Pull up my iPad. Look at these fools up here. Pull up my iPad. And he can't never get the iPad working. I don't know what it is.
He always on some dumb shit. It's this channel called Celeb Source. Whatever school teacher that is behind that channel, he always on some super retarded shit. It's a lot of these goofy ass motherfuckers that don't know how to do
the video that we watched last Tuesday is a prime example of what I'm talking about currently. This had a young man saying, "Hey, we can hit this thing in the economy from multiple different facets. Right now, I'm working on the stuff that we can actually control and do right now." Roland Martin said, "No, stop doing for self because how I'm gonna make money." If I can't tell people you need to go out and vote, and I get my donation, and I get paid for Kamala for $500,000 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How am I going to be able to pander to you? I can't pander to you, so then I can't get paid. So I gotta tell y'all, hey, vote. Don't do for self, and then condemn the young man that's out here. So now you got all these young people looking like. This is what the OGs are showing us how this is. If we keep on going in the path of the OGs, this is who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be just sitting up here, just Trump bad, Republicans, and somebody say, hey, you can go over here and do this right here. No, don't do that. We need to get together and vote.
It's gonna mess up my free money.
Right. So that's my whole thing about it. I think a lot of people
half of the motherfuckers aren't even voting. They talking about a lot of them talking about politics, and most of the motherfuckers aren't even voting. They're just talking just to be talking. They ain't voting in their state. They ain't voting in their city. They don't even know who their governor is. They don't know who their mayor is.
They don't even know who their sheriff is, bro.
Well, that's a fucking good thing, though, man. That's a good thing, bro.
They don't know?
Huh?
What that they don't know?
No, it's a good thing that they're not voting.
I mean, yeah, but the biggest thing, but they're the main ones complaining though.
But this thing back in the day, the only people that really could vote, and it wasn't, you know, how we got the feminist movement and all that type of stuff. Women couldn't vote. Nobody could vote back in the day. Except
homeowners.
if you was homeowners and you had assets and you were a part of the economy in the way that the economy was being driven. If you had assets and everything of that nature, the decisions from all the way at the top in Congress and all that stuff, that's going to affect you. It's going to snowball to you.
Yep.
Everybody else that's on SNAP, government assistance, and all that type of stuff, that's how they get you, because now the only thing you worrying about is, okay, what changes they finna make? Are they finna make changes to SNAP? I'm going with the people that ain't going to change SNAP. I don't care what.
In the same way, it still work the same low key, just work on a bigger scale. It's the same thing. It still works. They're still moving the same way. It's still people with the money on the back end who making the moves, who are endorsing certain politicians. And it's like, listen, I need certain things to pop off over here in order so I can make this purchase, so that way I can continue on this power and make more money. So that's what's actually going on. But again, a lot of people aren't, and most people aren't educated enough to even go look at that and pay attention to that, because they're so worried about Trump, Kamala, Obama. It's like, man, listen, bro, you start where you live first, and then work your way up.
Hey,
what's the saying? If you want to hide something from us, put it in a book.
Mm-hmm. And then even though, and here's the bigger thing: you got the internet at your disposal with your thumbs. You can look some shit up real quick. So you don't even at this point, yeah, I would still recommend reading, but you can still get a lot of information just from looking shit up, doing your own research.
I tell people all the time, when you hear MBS, NBC, or whatever, all them, you know, liberal kind of like platforms or whatever, they're not getting that information directly. That like the White House ain't sending them, hey, these are the updates. They are independently owned. So if you simply go to the whitehouse.gov and you go click on the policies, that they got policies that's being passed every single day. Only thing you have to do is copy and paste that whole thing, whatever the bill is, put it in ChatGPT and say, summarize it to me like a 3-year-old, and keep it short and concise. So now I can understand what the fear tactics and the fear mongering, that's the reason why when you go read the comments on the anytime Jasmine Crockett says something, all she's saying is a whole bunch of fluff, and she understands that we're not gonna like really take the time to go research it. So she's gonna say whatever she's gonna say, and then people gonna follow it, and then you got to go to work, or you go to a family function, or they're gonna be hearing a whole bunch of stuff that they heard instead of what they researched and actually read the bill and what's being passed or what actually happened. Like, that's all you have to do. So now it's one of those things where, yeah, I do it. So now when I'm in these rooms, I don't even say nothing no more, because you're not gonna get through their head. You not. Now, I understand the older generation of the reason why they really close to the Democratic Party and everything, because of the history of America's Jim Crow and all that stuff. That type of stuff was actually needed. This whole screaming racism stuff all the time is getting tired. Okay, we've been knowing shit been racist for a minute. If we want to take it there, I know I'm not the one to say it is or not, but I'm just saying, if I give it credence, okay, is racist. What's now? What we doing now?
Racism existed the way they crying. Why the fuck they vote for Biden? If racism existed the way that they crying, why y'all vote for Obama and his mama white? If racism exists the way y'all crying, why y'all out here marry white, but we could be at the cookout trying to talk shit with the black folk like y'all struggle everything that we go through on our side of the fence? If you not 100% pure experience, I don't even care if you purebred. If you ain't 100% pure experience, Negro, shut the fuck up.
Even Don Lemon, he got him a white dude, but he be talking about white men are the most dangerous, blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. White man. Kamala Harris, racism, white man. AOC, white man. The Indian lady that's in there, white man. All of them white people. So I'm like, if I sit back and like, okay, if white people are such bad people, why y'all aligning yourself with them?
Well,
AOC, they the good ones. They the good ones. They the good ones.
But it's like, still, my thing be, Negroes be trying to talk Negro politics on a small scale, and y'all open the floor to all these other motherfuckers when y'all ain't fixed y'all house. Y'all keep bringing up all this Black Wall Street and shit. The reason that shit existed is because y'all couldn't go over there across the street and wear no damn Gucci or nothing. That's why the shit was great. As soon as the shit got opened up, y'all ran over there to go suck butthole. Charlemagne, you know, always want to suck a fart out some ass in the old days. And now y'all got the whole shit convoluted. And then y'all come back and want to sit at the table talking about, oh, well, you know, I know all my neighbors white, and I don't ever tell them anything about the black struggle. So they don't even really give a fuck about what I got going on to even align with what I got going on. But let me come over here and fuck up your conversation. No, you left respectfully until we get to about phase 2, phase 3 of the council. Shut the fuck up. We'll bring you in when it's time. But on the ground floor, we need the Negroes that still having the full Negro experience to talk and see what the fuck we need. Yeah, Obese ain't had no full Negro experience. I've been questioning people since when he was running. I'm like, y'all really gonna vote for a motherfucker from Hawaii? I ain't met not name real nigga from Hawaii. That's from there, like was born there. That's full on Negro. The closest thing to a crazy ass nigga from Hawaii that I can say is 2K because he married Hawaiian.
Yeah, that's facts. Shout out to
shout out to my dog. But you know, yeah, you run into your Samoans and you know the folks from Guam and all that, all your Pacific Islanders, and they, you know, they might be darker than me. But I ain't seeing with that full nigga experience. Y'all ain't pour a whole bag of fucking sugar in y'all Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't run out of milk and, you know, use the starch to turn water white to make it your imagination say it's milk so you can eat some cereal. Like, y'all wasn't eating Vienna sausage cold out the can with no ketchup, knowing that shit nasty as dumpster juice.
Well, y'all used to put ketchup on the Vienna sausages?
People used to do that shit, but shit, when you ain't had none, now you just there raw Vienna sausage pause with the damn.
I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, we used to put hot sauce on it.
Shot juice in the bottom.
Hot sauce or something on it with some crackers. You know what I mean? Call it a day.
No,
I never heard.
I think about as ghetto as you can get is a fucking mayonnaise sandwich. That's probably about it. That's probably it. Or a K-roll syrup sandwich.
Yeah,
that's it.
But yeah, that's when times was good. It was bread sandwich when times was bad.
Hey, shit.
Put your imagination in between two slices and bite down.
You can do it.
So
then your boy Trump. Then they just passed the no tax on overtime. So motherfuckers should be. I don't understand how Democrats ain't like happy for that. I mean, that's for blue collar workers. So I mean, you would think so.
And he making another pay by giving $2,000, but for a specific group of people. If you make $100,000 or more, you won't receive it. But if you make under $100,000, you should be possibly eligible to get $2,000. But it hasn't been passed just yet. But they're working on it, and so I'm expecting that to happen possibly in the 2026 if it does pass through.
Probably in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean,
looking up at is with that no tax on overtime. You keep forgetting that the people that keep voting Democrats don't want to work to begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
So the ones who really gonna get that overtime, they really gonna be banking.
Niggas want work-life balance, knowing good and damn well ain't shit in life balance.
Yep.
That's wild.
Girls walk around and y'all staring at the titties. The titties ain't even the same size. One bigger than the other.
This nigga hit crazy, bro.
They chest not even balanced, and y'all want fucking life to be balanced. Like, ain't none 100% balanced in nature.
You crazy.
So any 20 years in school, 20 years on the grind hustling, and 20 years enjoying. That's your balance. It ain't fucking off 8 hours a day at work and then you go beat your meat for the other 8 and then sleep. Because most of y'all still ain't getting no bitches. Y'all complaining about that. So what's the problem? Y'all ain't trying to own nothing. Y'all want to go beat y'all meat. Y'all harassing these bitches in the DMs. That's why they choosing the beer. Or they pull up on a real nigga like me and I got to turn them down because I already got a shorty. So now they harassing me because you fucking flunking. Then y'all talking about this piss in the dating pool. Then quit peeing in the water, nigga. Go use the porta pot. But I digress. We got other topics.
Go ahead, get back to the crazy, bro. It's so inconsistent. That's the reason why I had to do it.
Hold off on that one because we finna go to this next topic. We gonna go to the next topic. Cause we got a lot. Yeah, we got some shit that we gonna cover. We can come back to it.
Yeah.
So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, you can hit the super chat, or you can go to the link that's in the description right now. All right, so look, let's move over to this next topic. So this was another viral video that was seen on TikTok and Instagram and X. So, what do y'all think about funerals? How do you a funeral? How do you picture a funeral, and what would you think that it should look like?
I hate funerals. So this ain't gonna be mine.
How do you think people are supposed to behave when it comes to a funeral?
It depends on who died.
Depending on who died. All right, Matt, what you think?
Bro, funeral should definitely be. I mean, typical funerals that I've gone through have been pretty calm and sad. So definitely not too much celebrating. Not happy.
Matt, what you think?
Calm, cordial. So you don't know what other people going through and how that person, whoever died, how much you just don't want to make stuff too crazy and stuff like that because it just increased the whatever you feeling.
Okay.
Calm, cool, collective.
Calm, cool, collective.
That nigga in there, me 500.
Unless it's Michael Jackson. You can hoot and holler all you want because he was the king.
All right. Fair. So now I'm going to play this video and then you're going to give our thoughts. All right?
Oh, yes, Lord. In a circle. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
That's probably his family member too. Jesus.
Hey.
So, Raw, what you think? What you got, bro?
If I ever go out and you out there telling them people that you loved me when I was alive, put my body on the floor and do this on me one time for the one time. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Throw that ass on me one more time before you bury me like a tree.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nah, this is kind of wild though, because all jokes aside, I mean, she got that real bumper back there. You know what I mean? I was distracted a little bit. Motherfucker spandex holding it together, ain't it? Nah,
that she about to be hunted for the next till she die.
Hey, all them social security numbers she sent back to the sky is already haunted.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, stuff like this, I mean, unless everybody's in a jovial spirit to where they actually know that it's a celebration of life, then it is kind of out of place to kind of go back to what Max said. Somebody might really be in turmoil behind this, and you over here shaking ass. Like, what you could have did was went to the funeral, cried a little bit, went to the procession or whatever, cried a little bit, and after that, everybody want to shake some ass, go to the strip club and put that fly high in the sky t-shirt on with his face on and go twerk in the club with the strippers. But right here, the minister in there seeing that ass shake. Now his wife over there uncomfortable. He finna get a talking to when he's gone. All that shit. Yeah, it's wrong place, wrong time.
Marcus, what you got?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just some wild ass shit, bro. I don't.
That's a whole lot of ass.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Hey, this is what I would think would definitely be the place you would not do this. Like I can think of all other places, but I would think this would be the last thing you would want to do. And I gotta say, man, I guarantee you this girl is probably like his family member. Probably like not just random or one of his homegirls, probably his cousin or some shit. And that probably makes it worse.
That probably good back.
Yeah. That's fucking even worse right there, man. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Here's my thing.
Yeah. That's definitely the place. I don't want to go out like this.
Has anybody noticed that there are children in the front row?
Oh yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
noticed that. I noticed that's why I was like, yeah, this shit. Wow,
Don't
bro.
act
This
like you don't know the motto. Fuck them kids.
That's basically what she just said. She said, "Fuck you. I'm about to bust it open for him." That's crazy.
Nah, this crazy.
That's a room 9 individual.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a room 9 individual. Slow. Like you got kids in the front. Like this, like, oh my god, bro. Like this like we get more material for Boondocks as time go, bro. Like this literally could be on an episode of Boondocks. And I think some people we were watching Boondocks who was laughing, but it was a message for real though.
Yup.
This sad, bro. Like I mean, I get it, Raw. You kind of different, but this to me, I don't like funerals. I don't like seeing death and all that stuff. And when I see this, I don't know. Like I like what's the dude name? Our moral currency is at an all-time low if we even have any, bro. Well, we can't fight the allegations. We can't. I don't know, bro. That shit's sad. Bro. And the thing about it is the people that's in the crowd in the crowd clapping it on. You don't hear no men doing it. It's just straight up women clapping this shit on.
How you know it's the crowd clapping?
It's multiple. Oh shit.
Say it's multiple. Oh shit.
Jeez, huh?
She think it's hell, boy. That thing clapping on his own.
No,
I ain't got no. I ain't got.
I was mad at that bitch.
I ain't got.
Everybody was mad.
On the real, you want to know why I ain't got no sense? See, when I was a kid in the hood, I done already seen more deaths by the age of damn near 6 than most people see their whole life.
Yeah.
So now I'm at the point where shit, cherish all the good moments while you have them, because you never know when it's somebody's last or your last. So I ain't got time to be fucking taking shit serious all the goddamn time. We already got bills and shit. We survived the forbidden flu, and our bills ain't stopped. They say you might have to stop going to work, but them bills was like, hey, y'all could call them people from home. Y'all gonna
do you think it's a time and a place though, Raw?
No, I do. I said that. I do think it's a time and a place, right? It is kind of out of pocket. I mean, if Shorty wanted to shake something, I know it's his brother, his cousin, somebody in the crowd that, you know, they put a mean pound into it just to get some stress off, being that their man's gone. So she could have did that on the back. But yeah, like, you know, in the middle of the thing, unless it's just like the viewing. But if you did that at the front of the funeral, that's like crazy. And, you know, just like Mac was alluding to, like people clapping it on is crazy, but shit, that thing got a round of applause on its own.
Hey, whoever that lady is who's got the mic on, she was definitely egging. She was definitely saying, "Get it on." So, yeah, that's crazy.
But honestly, though, that's the thing, though. When you know, we done glorify the ass so much that these women be dying to get thick. So once they get thick, they don't know how to control it no more. Then some of them don't understand what thick is because they get to where they're supposed to be, then they eat 2 more sandwiches and just fuck it all up. Then they wonder why we call them big back and fat bitch and all this other stuff. And it's like, no,
they ain't eat no sandwich. The sandwich is way more healthy. They be eating juicy crab, bro.
I mean that too, but I be seeing them with the chicken breast between the waffles at brunch.
Oh yeah.
Then they get the twerking on the table. Now next time I go eat at that table, the table leaning and shit. I can't even get my damn drinks to sit right because the table bent. Table got a little stanky leg on it. So shit. Done put motherfucking 62 pounds of ass on the table. Then wonder why her ankle hurt.
I just think it's the shit. I just think it's the type of shit like this that gets highlighted. While a lot of people don't take a lot of black people serious. I mean, and again, and there are times, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta enjoy life. You know, you can't you can't be too serious all the time. You know what I mean? And I definitely understand that. But again, I think my biggest gripe with this situation is that it's kids in the front row. It's like, shorty, are you not aware you're surrounded with your socks sliding and shit? If you got on house slippers coming to a funeral, like what we doing?
Too. But here go the thing too, kids or no kids. I'm at the point now where in this day and age, certain events you shouldn't have a camera on you. So, shit. If you want to put motherfucking 5 stripper poles in the building, do your thing. But get a locker and lock all these people's devices the fuck up. Y'all came to enjoy me. And
to be fair, they probably wasn't recording until they started foolishness and said, "Look at this shit. Ain't nobody gonna believe this shit if I tell them."
Ain't nobody supposed to believe it.
This girl's shaking ass at a funeral. Like me, I had like I think like 2. I done had a lot of deaths in my family in the past like 3 years, bro. And I'd be nervous to even like, you know, when people say, "Hey, you got any final words? Anybody want to come up and speak?" I'd be wanting to go up, but I'd be too nervous to do that. For you to be nervous to even go up and say stuff because you got to hold yourself together and all that type of stuff because, you know, your loved one is being, you know, is gone and you got to kind of think about all the times y'all had. For you to get up and shake ass, that's the first thing you thinking about? Like, of all things you could have did, I'm about to go up there and shake my ass. Like this is something out of a movie, bro. Like this, like something you'll watch, and it's like the Wayans brothers, like got a movie, and it's the Wayans, and they putting this in the movie just to be on some laughing stuff and all that type of stuff. But this is real life, and I'm pretty sure this is not the first time. She done probably saw this before and thought this is the new norm. Because you want to know why? You got women in there cheering it on, and I guarantee, if we had like 5 women on this panel, I believe a good amount of them will be like, "Ain't nothing wrong with it."
Yep.
I'm pretty sure there'll be some women with some decorum and say, "Yo, that's crazy." But I guarantee it's gonna be women saying, "I don't see nothing wrong with it. If that's how they want to go." But like, we don't have no decorum in our community no more, bro. Like, we don't even teach it. It's actually bad is good and good is bad. If you say, "Hey, have some decorum," you're looking like something wrong with you.
Yeah, but see, when you say,
why are you stopping them from doing what they want to do?
Exactly.
That's how it is.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
real
damn, I forgot what you had said.
Who, me?
Oh, like nobody was gonna believe or whatever. At this point, we got AI and shit. So if you don't believe a story, I'll tell you, shit, fuck you.
Hey, I didn't even fuck with you. I've seen this video and I thought it was AI. Like, I didn't even fuck with you. I was like, this can't be real. Because I've seen this shit before. And I was like, this is definitely some crazy AI shit.
Nah, that shit real. But
that shit real.
That's the thing, man. I'm at the point now where shit, if Max say, "Oh, hey, you know, I'm finna have a birthday party at the crib, y'all fly out, come through." Man, when I get there, where can I put my phone, bro? Like, I'm trying to enjoy the moment. Like, I go to concerts and shit nowadays, I don't even put my phone out. But at the same time, the concerts that I do miss, I'll be on everybody else Snapchat enjoying the motherfucking good shit. Especially if I'm gonna go. Like, when I go, I buy tickets to be close to the front, because if I'm gonna be closer on fucking social media than I am in the building, then I might as well stay my ass home and save some money. But I don't know.
Honestly, bro, I think most guys we don't do the whole video stuff. Like, when we go on trips and stuff, like we got pictures, but it's like it ain't a lot. Like, we actually go on trips that really enjoy ourselves and kick it.
Yeah,
I think a lot of women they go to take pictures. We're gonna go to this place, this place, this place. We got a checklist, and we're gonna go to this place. I think us as men, like you, if you kick it with your, like, they come back from Tokyo. This junk really happened. I got a friend. He came back from Tokyo, he probably put up like a good about 10 pictures through his entire time there. He was with some friends, like 5 other friends, and you really don't hear nothing, right? Sit down with him. I said, "Dog, how was your trip, bro?" Talk about we were talking for a good 2 hours about all the bullshit that happened, and them just basking in the moment. They got stuck at some city outside of Tokyo. They didn't have a train till the next morning, so they just went up and just walked down to this bar with drinking sake. They were doing karaoke. He was like, "Dog, we just kicked it and have a good." And that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. I think women on the other hand, they love to just take pictures. Let me show y'all how I'm living.
Validation.
Yeah, they need validation. Look how live, and then they don't talk about how they got into it with each other on the trip.
Oh hell no!
Well, honestly, women take pictures on trips that they don't fund.
The only person gonna bring up the dude that was on the trip. You know, like, man, these motherfuckers. And they're like, why the fuck you saying shit? Yeah, they gonna be pissed when you say something.
When women pay for the trip, they take less pictures than when it's funded. Because if they can't afford to go twice, then they need a whole photo album. When they pay for it, they just, outfit of the day. But when they ain't paying for it, you get the whole fucking day's itinerary. Minus the pinky ring of the nigga that paid for the shit. But I digress.
And they blur his face out.
Oh yeah, they get that.
Yeah, he ain't in too many pictures.
But be mad when he posts a damn picture of the cheeks on his story on Snap.
They get mad when you like the pictures. Who is this bitch? You don't like this damn picture. Who this bitch? I don't know. It's some random chick on Instagram. I don't know her. If you don't know her, why you liking it? It's a button. It's a functionality that Instagram implemented so everybody can interact in the algorithm.
What?
Marcus C is a.
It's a what? It's a poke. What is that? What does that even mean? They must have a typo.
Yeah, hey man. Hey look. Hey look. Snow salt. Hey man, it's plenty of time. Take your time with your type, bro. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, bro. You ain't do a whole sentence like you just did about three words, man. You all right? You'll be good.
Hey, but on the real though, if death make auntie twerk, some more people gotta go. No, I'm just playing.
What is that?
This man Raw gonna just be pulling up the random funerals, just like it look like they about to be popping some ass.
We going to funerals and shit.
As soon as you give me some super South buff nigga name, then I know somebody gonna cut up.
Like it getting wedding crashes back.
Like, you know, Bo Jackson from down there in Mississippi, man. He used to kill them cows with his hand and shit. He wrestling pig. Yeah, he just passed away. Oh shit! I'm going.
You know the crazy thing though?
Yeah. You know, he adopted me back in the day. Go over there and see what Quisha's talking about.
If this became like a norm, like women start like twerking at funerals more often, I guarantee funeral homes will find a way to make some money off of it. They have a twerking package.
All you gotta do is
we got the twerking package.
Well, honestly, we gonna find a way because I'm gonna have a bunch of Banter Motor ATMs in them bitches. Y'all gonna need these ones.
Hey, that's what. Hey, bro. Hey, what that mean?
For free now.
Hey, you do like a documentary on. Hey, how you make your money, man? I don't really want to tell you, but hey, I'm not too happy about how I made my money.
I make the money because
I do twerk funerals.
Yeah. Hey, that was me. Yeah, I supplied the girls.
I have an Escalade full of aunties ready to shake something.
We got 3 funerals this weekend, and I only got 5 girls. One of them called out, so we're working with 2 each. So what you want to do?
Man.
Oh shit!
Y'all ask crazy.
If you want to, we can add twerkers at the burial site as they get lowered into the ground. They'll twerk until they go all the way down.
The only request, if you're 70 years or older, you got to sign a waiver. We don't want you having
what
a
you're
heart attack.
saying is we gonna buy a retired school bus and we gonna pimp it out, and then on the side we gonna put Ass to Grass LLC on the side, and we gonna pull up, and right before they put them in the hole, we put them on the pole.
That was an answer,
Right. Before we put them in the hole, we gonna put them on the pole for you.
Bro, your ass crazy as shit, bro.
Last call for them ones.
Last call before we drop them to the ground. Keep them ones coming.
Hey, who needs
Don't forget to tell the
to
bartender.
watch chicks fly?
Them ones
Have a
coming.
bartender in that bit. Don't forget to tell the bartender.
Man, let's move on, bro. Y'all niggas wild, bro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for that algorithm and hit the bell notification. So let's move to what we all came here for, what we all here for tonight. Our favorite person. Our favorite person. You know what I'm saying? Jazz.
Lord have mercy, Lord Jesus.
And not only Jazz, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know her already on Miss PearlyThings. She was on the Fatty Show. With Fatty and Ilkan Ali. And of course, they be having debates and shit on there. And so at first, I would say shout out to Fatty now, for getting somebody who is like Pearl of a high caliber as far as YouTube goes, and as far as viewership goes. Shout out to her, right? Now, things took a turn. And there's a lot to grasp here. There's a ton of things that we got to talk about within this live stream because there's a lot of issues. Some people may be on one side of the fence, some may be on the others, but I'm gonna play it and then we'll stop it where we need to. All right. So let's go ahead and lock in. Oh, there she was. Oh, look who decided to show up for us today. I'm just kidding. What's up?
Okay, right on time.
Yeah, you right on. Oh, yeah, you right on. Yeah, you right on.
Right on time.
So let's go ahead and dive in, and then we'll give our thoughts and opinions in between. All right. So let's rock out. Hold on. Give me a second. That was wild. All right.
And we can't help it to some degree. We cannot help that we are attracted to men that show signs of dominance. I think a lot of us we wish we could turn it off, but we can't. It's just what we're attracted to. We're biologically hardwired to do that, unfortunately. So
we're biologically hardwired to. Did you say we're biologically hardwired to want chaotic, criminal?
Well, dominant. Yeah, dominant. Because you got to think of like Ted Bundy. He had women. Yeah, he had women writing him love letters. He impregnated a woman. He impregnated a woman while he was in prison for murdering women. This is a real Luigi Mangione.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a thing that certain women do.
Well, you are correct.
There's no.
Hold on, Jazz, let her land, and you respond. You going to get the mic. Let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of if a man can kill someone else, we know he can protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
So you find you equate dominance with a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
That's one way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter, because women do pick criminals. Criminals are men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't. So I didn't make this world. I didn't make women write love letters to Ted Bundy.
Has that been your experience? Like, are you attracted to criminals?
To be fair, I don't know many criminals. So that hasn't been my experience personally. But I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So
Okay,
especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest, that's
well, yeah.
that's
Well,
something
and
that's
I was
not
going to
uncommon.
say,
So I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about. You can
I don't think you know what you're talking
gaslight
about.
these Temps, but you can't gaslight me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the black community, but I will say about the white community, it's a lot of white women that find, men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were
true, but I won't gaslight you about it. I won't gaslight you. I would say that's true. That's true. There are white women that do that.
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
hold on, real quick.
All right, so hold up. Any thoughts so far?
Dog, Jazz is so disingenuous. First of all, she makes everything so personal when people are talking about stuff in general. She always is that that's what you like. It's not that, it's just talking about a general thing. She even conceded, like her point is moot, because Pearly would say in general, there is a demographic of women that like dangerous men. And then Jazz actually said, well, we can say stuff about white women. They like to get with, killers and murderers and stuff. And she was like, yeah, that's the whole point of the conversation. We're saying there's a demographic of women that like it. We can't deny it, right? We see it all the time. There's even an app, right? There's an app where you can talk to inmates. Like literally, you can download the app, and if you want to talk to an inmate, you talk to an inmate, right? I done had women that I know that work in jails, like on what it is,
correctional
social
officers?
work, and she said she see all them women in there, the correctional officer, other women in there, they be getting with those guys that's in jail, that and off people and all that type of stuff, even though they walk outside and can talk to men that's like free and don't have a record. So in a general sense, I think sometimes when we having these conversations, it's like we got to look at things like one or the other than, hey, can this be true? Right? There is a certain demographic of women that like dangerous men. Like I done literally seen a woman say, if he ain't got no ops, I ain't rocking with him. Like, if you got ops, what does that mean? That means you want to be with a dangerous guy. So this whole situation with Jazz, now I think with Pearl unnecessarily brought up the like black women shit. Like if we want to stay general, just stay general. But I don't know why she said the black stuff. I don't know what she was trying to prove. Unless
hold up. Before you go there, mind you, she said she referenced a white situation first, but she brought it.
Yeah,
she brought it back to the black situation. So because it's relevant, because Jazz was playing stupid.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was about to say. I said, or maybe because it's the reason why. Yeah. Because now I guarantee I haven't watched this. I guarantee you know how much shit Jazz talk about us, about black men, and we need to do this, and we ain't doing this, and blah blah blah. We just the worst and worse and worse. I guarantee because the white person on this panel, she finna give us our flowers and say we on some good shit. I guarantee it. Watch. I guarantee. Anybody want to place bets? I haven't seen it yet, but I guarantee, because this is usually what happens in certain conversations. She shit on men, especially black men, right? But if it's against a white person, now we good people and everything. But she don't never put that in the conversations when we actually talk about relationships. I guarantee it, bro. Watch what happens.
Anybody else?
I just don't understand why she got these damn jets.
I mean,
huh?
Hey man, just by what you're saying though, she just wants to fight. Like for some reason she's been doing this shit for a long time, and she cannot, for some reason, can't get it down, being like a generality. And if someone brings up something that we don't do good in our community that's true, and it even brings up a stat that is true, she still doesn't want to concede to it. She still wants things like someone is coming after us as a dig, but then she'll throw an even harder dig and thinks that that's okay, And if someone retaliates back on that, then you're fucked up. So yeah, I mean, I watched this and this shit's crazy, but yeah, I mean that's what I got to say about that part.
Oh yeah, I ain't watching, but shit, we can let her rock. I mean, my only thing is her her appearance lately ain't been serving the way it should.
Oh, what?
Her aesthetic.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh.
Them glasses ain't
Wow,
it,
so
man. Got them
misogynistic. Oh my god.
I don't give a fuck. I don't be massaging no this shit with these people. Give a fuck.
Ashley, like you want to say something.
Go ahead.
Ashley trying to let it rock.
Yeah, I don't know too much to say. I don't like what's happening currently on what we're talking about, but I want to see more to play out.
Okay. All right, let's rock out there.
Let it rock.
Quick, hey, hold on. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on, real quick, Pearl.
I
Hold
can't
on.
hear you while I'm
Jazz,
talking. I don't even know why she even brought up the black community.
You can't say that until she lands. Like I want you to right now. We got strong personalities on the panel. Please let the person finish and then respond. You can't say the person interrupted you and why you talking over me while I'm talking if you already interrupted the person. Let her finish. You the first person that can respond to her, Jazz. You the first person. Just let her land.
I did let her land.
No, you didn't let her land, Jazz.
Okay.
It's fine. Let's start now.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black, so you would know. Because like I don't.
That's first of all,
It's like the same reason you brought up the white community, because I'm white. I have eyes, you know.
If you're done, first of all, that's very disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
This
No,
was
it's
a
not.
conversation about.
Yes, it is.
No, it's very
Hey,
disrespectful.
friends, we don't need ad libs. Jess can handle it. Let her handle it.
Go ahead.
So, like I said, we were talking
offended. Next.
Go ahead, Jess. Let
Y'all
Jess
gonna
finish,
allow
please.
me?
Let's go ahead, Jess.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Jess,
So, like I said, we were speaking about relationships in general. Nobody said anything about black or white until you brought it up, and for what reason I don't know. It didn't add anything to the conversation. First of all, you're speaking on the nature of women and how we are all naturally attracted to men who are criminals, and then you made a point to say,
in particular, yeah.
Excuse me, no, that is not the case at all for black women. Now, if you're talking about people that are in poverty, people that live in certain situations and
60%
are
of black men have been arrested by the
Can you stop cutting her off?
Hey, one sec. Hey, friends, one second. I got you.
She's cutting me off, Ali.
I got you, Jess. You don't have to ask. I got you.
Sorry.
You all right?
Crashing out. My bad.
Just make some notes, Pearl. Let her finish. Go ahead, Jess.
That's my fault.
It's fine. Go ahead, Jess. Uninterrupted.
It's just weird that you would even have to bring up a race of people to even have the conversation, which lets me know that you don't really have information on the conversation. You're just spewing points to try to get a rise out of people because that's all you know. As it pertains to why women choose the women they want or the kind of men that they date, there are so many different reasons for that. You can't equate a person that has a felony to them being a violent criminal. That's not always the case, because I agree there are some people that marry men and women that have.
My wallet.
It's
gone. I'm not getting that back. I just feel so.
Felonies in their background. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are violent. And then to say that black women are the most prone to violent criminals within our community, you don't know shit about our community, Pearl. And if we're going to talk about what's happening, if we're going to make it about a race thing, let's figure out what's going on in these white communities, in these white homes, when you all are raising all the mass shooters, y'all raising kids that are taking guns to shoot at other kids, y'all going into public spaces, and I'm sure you're going to talk about black on black crime or whatever, but we can debunk all of that because that's through.
When it comes to mass shooters, what is she talking about? Is it just the
shooters
school
are white.
shootings? Because
exactly,
we neck and neck with mass shootings.
Exactly.
Because a drive-by shootout is a mass shooting. When you ain't walking down the person that you actually trying to hit and you spraying the whole block, that's a mass shooting. So
have you not seen what happened in Indianapolis? What be going on in Chicago? Mass shooting.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of that goes.
I mean, if it's
Children aren't safe right now. Churches aren't safe right now, and that's white people. That's who she's referring to.
Nobody's safe in the streets.
I don't know why y'all ever thought y'all was safe to begin with. The world is not a safe place.
But that's who she's referring to. We can get semantic all day. That we know exactly who she's referring to, and it is white people.
Yeah, we know, but at the same time, she say mass shootings. Mass shootings is mass shootings. But people don't look at drive-bys as a mass shooting. They just look at it, just a drive-by. No, that's a terrorist attack.
A lot of homecomings got like people scared to go to homecomings now because they happen mass shootings every time at homecomings now.
Yeah, but it's just like, okay, so like let's say the inner city. I ain't gonna necessarily say Chicago by itself, but the inner city, a motherfucker catch their ops. Then people over there waiting to see the obituary so they can go ride and fucking shoot up the funeral. You're not even trying to shoot up nobody else that you actually into it with. You just like, fuck it, I'm gonna air the whole event out. That's a mass shooting. So that's why I'm like, okay, I get if you want to say school shooting, then you got to be specific. You can't just say mass because
we knew what she was talking about when she said it.
Yeah, but the problem is when Pearl was speaking, she spoke direct. She let you know.
But they don't need to be the same. They're two completely different people. You knew exactly what she said when she said it.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about the people because if we attacking the points, we attacking the points. If somebody brought up their own people first, it was like, hey, this person did this, and motherfuckers was trying to have babies with them, and then motherfuckers trying to act like they didn't understand that, so they brought it to them and was like, oh well, on your side, y'all got all the Pookies and Ray Rays, then be the same when you trying to rebuttal a point. Don't fight a point and try to be general when you know that when the shit was specific or whatever, you was still trying to dodge the accountability of it. That's all I was pretty much driving at. Like, mass is mass. So, I mean, motherfuckers quick to hop on guys' fucking AOL internet and talk about how it's 13% of black people doing 50% of the crimes and all these dumbass stats that don't even exist because y'all still ain't told me how we only 13%. And niggas been fucking everything since we done got on this planet. Like, y'all just tried to go for Kamala and say she was black and she only fucking 1/16 of a Negro. Obama probably 1/3. But y'all keep putting all these motherfuckers magically black when it's time to vote for them. But when we on some damn purity statistics, it's only 13%. How the fuck we 13% since 1980 something? It don't make no damn sense. But I'll let y'all rock.
Anything else? Anybody else? No.
Proximity. The point is that you didn't have to make it about black or white. Keep it general because it's very disrespectful for you to try to pigeonhole black women when you don't know any of us at all to make that assumption that that's what we are prone to. None of these women on this stage, myself, Tyranny, or even Athena, are dating any man that is of a criminal or that are violent. So watch what you say up here. You got a really smart mouth. And if you're going to have the conversation, try to be respectful. And all this trying to get me to hurry up, I'm going to take my motherfucking time.
Oh my God. Can we get Hey, there was rules. She has the hey, friends. We don't need it. When she lands, Pearl will have all the chance to reply. Everybody going to be quiet. Go ahead. You done, Jess?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't understand why that was accepted. Like that was
wait. 1 second.
Okay.
We shouldn't accept what she said.
To say that you should know as a black woman because you all date criminals when you all
Jess, 1 second. So this is my opinion, Jess, and correct me if I'm wrong. She punched you in the face, you have the right to punch her back. Right? Is that fair? If you felt that she punched you in the face, I have an opinion about this that I'm going to say later, right? But we are letting you defend yourself. We're not. You're going to have 2 chances to land your plane, and Pearl is going to have the chance to actually rebuttal what you said. Do you think that's fair? What do you want to do? Can we go on? I want to make sure so everybody knows where we at.
We can move on. I think she
okay. Go ahead, Pearl, and then we go back to the panel.
Okay, so you can tone police the simps and women that respond to shame, but you're not going to tone police me. So anyways, going back to the stats, the reason that I said that was 2 reasons. The first is that I interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them were black women. And I just noticed that they had a propensity more likely than other races to date criminals. It's not really an insult. As I could go into details about the types of men white women tend to date that are irresponsible. I've just noticed different trends in different communities, and it's kind of backed up by data because 60% of black men have been arrested by the age of 25. So, it's not to be rude, but I think it's more common in that community than it is other communities. In terms of mass shooters, I think you said white people are the majority of mass shooters. I would say that's true.
Brother, those hair vitamins you're taking,
brother.
And I wouldn't.
Courtnee,
what's up,
dog? All right. I work in data and statistics every single day, and I hate when people throw data and statistics and don't throw out the variables. Saying like 60% of black men, has been arrested. 60% of what men? Is it all? Is it a certain age group? Is it like? Is it she? I don't like how she's trying to make it like. I don't like how she throwing her stats.
She did say before the age of 25.
You said 25.
She said before the age of 20, by the age of 25.
At the same time, though, when we doing that, are we talking about violent offenders, non-violent offenders?
So
like it matters because
I think she's talking about all.
If we go to a Project X party and you let all the white people leave, but then you put all the motherfucking black folk in zip ties, that counts as an arrest. That don't mean these motherfuckers do anything. We at the same spot y'all was at.
I put it like this. A lot of cops hang around black bars in Atlanta, and they'll get somebody gonna get a DUI, right? They literally got cops escorting drunk people out of breweries in Atlanta. Just let them go, and they be driving with their kids and the dog.
Oh, y'all
and they
ain't
be
got
drinking
no
beer, and they just escort them out. No DUI, no nothing. Everything fine and dandy. So the whole arrest, I understand that she's talking about like the percentage. I'm pretty sure I don't think 60%, but at the same time, arrest don't mean you're a violent offender.
But yeah, anyone with common sense knows that though. Like they know. You get arrested for anything.
No, everybody don't have common sense.
But that's what I'm saying. That we should be fighting on that versus fighting what she said. We should be fighting on people like, hey, we should be more fighting with people who get offended by it. Be like, yo, that follow the conversation. That don't mean shit.
No. We are following the conversation.
No, but we gotta call that out too, because
you gotta call that out.
We gotta call that out.
But for me, that didn't bother me though.
Hold on. We have to call that out because that is sufficient within the conversation. That's the whole basis of the reason why she would even bring it up.
So she 10% off. So it's 49% that are arrested by the age of 23, and 49% by the age of 23, and it's 30% by the age of 18.
So she's
what about 25 though? I think he looked up at 25 and it was true. But either way, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, she threw that out. And it may have been a reason for just their debate, and maybe she was trying to make it look a certain kind of way, but someone should just call that out and said, hey, well, fucking, you can get arrested for anything. You get arrested for jaywalking. Boom, and it would have been over. Cool. And she probably would have conceded to and say, yeah, you're right. That's a part of the step. But like I'm saying, like anyone would know, just getting arrested don't mean nothing. That don't mean shit.
It does, bro, because if I sit here and say 90% of women are hoes, and we just and Ash say it's not, and okay, it's not, we just move on. No, she gonna call it out and be like, why would you say that? And that ain't even true, because now you're spewing a narrative that's not true. And
that was true though.
And
that was true.
It wasn't. What's the stat?
They looked it up. They looked as I watched this. They looked it up on this whole live. And old girl, further you're gonna see that she did. That was a true statement.
Okay, well,
at that time of live, you'll see it. It was a true statement.
All right, keep playing then.
Would you say, Ash?
Crash out.
I was just saying, like every website's going to be different apparently on where you get your stats from.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like it. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Are you good?
That. So, again, if you want to get offended, that is a choice, and that is your choice, and you have the right to do that.
So I want to touch on this, and then I want CJ and Rick the ruler to pull up, and the rest of the panel. Okay, Tyranny, I see you too. So, coming from a world citizen, right? Because I live in Portugal right now. It's 2 a.m. and Pearl was in the UK for a while too. This is not a black woman thing. If you go to Japan, all those women love the Yakuza until they get older. If you go to Brazil, all those women love the kid from the favela before they get older. If you come to Europe, all these women love the guys that ride on the L Angels. Like women like danger. Like they are emotional junkies, right? And I believe that Jess actually pinpoints what it is when you put together people that are emotional junkies, which is most young women, and you put poverty together, you are going to get massive results. And in my opinion, this is why the Black community in the United States is hyper exposed to these situations, is because you are mixing two components that are very dangerous.
Hold up, I gotta say something in regards to that real quick before I keep going. No, it's not proximity, because we know a lot of girls that are in the suburban area who still want the bad boy, who still want the edgy guy. So it's not just in proximity. I disagree with that. But Fatty then goes on to prove the point of what Pearl was saying. Most women, because she didn't give a specific age, but she did say most women are attracted to the bad guys, the edgy guys. That's the point that's being proven. But again, it goes back to why she referenced the black community. Why? Because Jazz was acting dumb. She was acting as if she didn't know what she was talking about. Everybody on this panel knows a chick who always dating the bad boy, who always going after the toxic dude. A lot of y'all talk about it all the time. About the toxic man that y'all had, about the guy that was, he wasn't right for me. You got these deadbeats. We got to be honest. If we're going to be genuine about the conversation, we got to be genuine about the conversation. And that's the reason it went that way, because Jazz was being, right at the jump, being disingenuous about the conversation. She couldn't even concede to it. That's the problem. And that's why she was going off.
But at the same time, too, I'm tired of people getting on speaking in absolutes, because that word all kind of type crazy.
Well, yeah, but again, but here's the thing though. Even if you say, like, prime example, Pearl just said what, 60%, even though we know that number isn't necessarily 60%.
Mm-hmm.
I never got arrested before, so why I'm gonna get triggered?
I've been arrested for it. It didn't trigger me.
I'm not gonna get triggered. It doesn't relate to me, so I'm not gonna get triggered off of. I'm like, oh, well, shit. I mean, if that's the case, but I'll look it up to make sure. Like, yeah, I don't think that's true, but why am I gonna get triggered for it if it ain't got nothing to do with me? And that's the problem.
I've been arrested before, and it didn't trigger me. Like, because I knew the shit I got arrested for wasn't even a fucking violent crime. I got arrested because fucking drunk on Mill Avenue. Like, I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. I was let go the next day, but I got arrested. So, but it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It's like she trying to say 60%, but like, let's say you was with let's say you was in a fraternity and all your frat brothers was white, you would have still been the only person arrested that night, even though all of y'all did the exact same shit.
Correct.
So using that as a stat and trying to make the number look so astronomical, like, no.
That's different. That's different right there.
I disagree with that.
I don't, because I've been on Mill and literally watched 3 fights happen on 3 different corners, and it was the corner with the black folk that had all the horses and fucking bikes and everybody over there, and everybody else walked. I done literally seen it. Back when they go to New Year's Eve block parties.
I seen it on the opposite side. I was on one of the only black dudes out there going to a predominantly white school. They get arrested, I don't. So I mean,
but that's a minority.
What does that mean?
Yeah, but in general, if we want to really put all these stats in general, they're going to arrest the chocolate people before they arrest the whites.
Right.
Usually the only Hershey that happened to be there in the sea of marshmallows. That's why you got left behind.
So does that but does that prove? Isn't that proving Pearl's point though? Right?
It's still not proving her point, because she needs to say whether it's violent offenders or non-violent offenders.
She said arrested. She said arrested though. That's what she said.
Arrested don't mean shit.
But again, that's just the point. She said arrested though. So that's if we're gonna talk about the point, that's the point she made. Now we're trying to dive into the semantics of the point that she made. And so,
but if you go back to Macaroni's point, if he watching John and Susie get walked to the car and get a damn funeral escort home, but the moment fucking Bo go over there and he go take one drink at the bar, he ain't even drunk. He take one drink and he walk out and they arrested him. Then what do we say then?
But again, it's still proving my point. It's still not my point. It's still proving her point though.
It ain't proving her point, because the point is stupid.
I think it's not.
I think what it is when we actually have a conversation, you actually have to like look at it in a contextual in a contextual way. What's the context? What does the arrest actually matter? Are we talking about because anybody can get arrested. You can get arrested for jaywalking and all that stuff. Women are not. The way she's prefacing the argument is women like bad guys. If you jaywalk and that cop decide to arrest you because you jaywalked and everything, that woman wouldn't have the proclivity to get with that person because
you're not a bad guy.
That person is not a bad guy. We're talking. That's the reason why people are saying like, okay, arrested. Are you talking about violent people? Or are you talking about common arrest? Okay, yeah, 60% arrested. But what is the context of the arrest, and how does that pertain to the actual conversation at hand as far as a bad guy? That's the reason why they were saying it. I think that's
what someone should have said. Someone should have said that. And everything, instead of getting all emotion, someone should have said that, and that would have knocked her. That would have knocked her off her block. Then that would have knocked her off. Whatever. Even if she wasn't trying to do it, it would have knocked her off. Then she couldn't. Then what else? She couldn't say anything. But I don't think people should get all butthurt being like, "Oh, she's racist and all that shit." Only someone to do is exactly what you just did, Macro, and fucking hit that with another fact. And then she could have said shit.
No. I mean, I get it. You don't care, but at the end of the day, if somebody gonna say something that's not accurate, I ain't rocking with it. Or if she, there's certain people, right? Especially like Pearl, right? I rock with Pearl on some of her points and everything, cool. But if we're gonna have the conversation, you got a person that just sit up and watch and look at stats and think they know us and how things go, and she can be completely off because there's no context in the data and statistic that she's actually saying. She's reading the top line, no variables. That research has like citations and everything. It's probably like 4 pages long. They got different variables of the reason why they came to have what they had and everything of that nature. She's reading 60%. Oh, bad, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. We need more information of the reason why they came up with the 60% and everything of that nature. Are they violent crimes? Are they non-violent? Are they repeat offenders? Everything in that nature. I think that's an intellectual conversation that needs to be had. If you just say, well, I don't care about the surface level situation, okay, I'll rock with that. But me, I'm looking at the situation. You ain't finna throw dirt on a group of people like us because people like them have done that in the past, and we had to fight to get to where we at right now.
So if it was a black debater, you don't think he may do the same shit? He don't give a fuck about like why that's one thing I guess I don't really get. Why should white people care more about us than we do? That's one fucking thing I don't really get. Like we can equally say the same thing about a white person and honestly say I care about my people a lot more, but if they said that they fucked up, obviously she gonna say some shit that is gonna try to pad her point, but it's up to us to fucking debunk the shit.
So that's my problem.
My whole thing is, bro, everybody gonna have their way of how they handle situation. How I handle my situation probably different from yours. You don't give a fuck. Just because you don't give a fuck don't mean I don't need to give a fuck. You don't give a fuck, cool. But at the end of the day, I want to understand where she getting the stats and what the variables are. At the end of the day, I'm not butthurt. I don't think people are butthurt. But if we hear something, I don't see nothing wrong with goddamn looking at the situation and saying, hey, substantiate your argument on that shit. Substantiate it, because I'm
saying everything you're saying is right. I'm reviewing what these motherfuckers are doing in the panel that are going crazy. I'm not even talking about us.
But this is the thing you got to understand. Everything I'm saying is right, but that is a panel, and probably those people are thinking the things that I'm saying. They just didn't say it because it's so many people on there and everybody trying to get their shit off.
No, CJ was thinking exactly what you're thinking, but the people who are talking are the fucking crazy ones, Jazz and fucking Tyranny. These are the ones that we're listening to. These are the ones who fucking gas and shit up. CJ had a good point, but they didn't let him talk. Fucking Athena had a good point, they didn't let her talk because the loudmouths are talking.
And that's the problem. When people get on these panels, they need to be able to shut up. I don't even give a fuck about the host. Shut the host the fuck up if they not going.
Oh yeah, Fatty gotta shut the hell up. He talked too fucking much.
Yeah, like shut the host the fuck up until we get to the bottom of what the fuck these stats is. Like, hey, Fatty, we get it. You live in Portugal. Y'all a different type of nigga. Right now, we talking about some American shit. Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds and let her break down where the fuck these stats is coming from. Because you can't just throw 60% out in the wind and I'm supposed to run with that, knowing good and damn well A motherfucker can get pulled over for a taillight being out, and if the cop fucking just on one that night, he can get arrested just because the cop in his fucking feelings.
Right.
So that counts as a fucking arrest. All of us on the panel can go out with 20 of our white friends to a Project X party. They could break the party up, and just because we 5 niggas in the house, they could damn near write us up for burglary, and we ain't even steal shit. We was invited to be there, and we got arrested, and we got to fight to get off the shit. So that's that is dumb. Because then when I go watch all these prison documentaries, I don't see too many nigga gangs in there. Yeah, they might cover the Bloods and Crips a little bit, but the MS-13 be running that bitch. The Aryan brothers and white boys be running that bitch. So what is we really talking about?
Yeah, they just the situation. I get they loud and all that type of stuff, but when she threw the stat out, they asking for relevance. You got to dig deep into the situation. What's the relevance? That's only
thing with the numbers because just like the 13%, who's a 13?
It ain't about it being butthurt. I think some people have this thing. Anytime somebody try to combat something about black people, it's like, oh, y'all butthurt. No, what's the relevance?
I
disagree with that as well. Oh, go ahead, Ashley. What you say?
She also has a reputation for that. It's different when it comes to her. You immediately have to be on defense because, like Pearl even said, I said it because you're black. Right. She likes to race bait. So automatically you're not going to believe shit she's saying and you're going to come off defensive. Even if it's not defensive, you're going to come off not believing anything that comes out of her mouth. It'd be different if someone else said it and then could have been a different conversation. I don't think Jazz was in the wrong for what she said.
Yeah, but if she was talking to somebody else, I could say it was race baiting. Jazz be off her rocker too. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the way that Jazz responds to everything, and then she add extra sauce onto it when it's a white person that does it. A black person can say the exact same thing. Yeah, she may add some stuff. She may get a little attitude about it, but she add a little sauce on it because it's a white woman saying it. It's a white person saying so. She be quick to jump at the shit.
And I will say this. I think I did hear Pearl. She said, white men do that. So it's like she's saying in general, she conceding like, but I don't think Jazz want to concede that these things do happen in the black community.
And that's the whole onus of why everything is leading to where it's leading to, because Jazz is being disingenuous. She can't even concede to what was being said. And so now then you could lead down this whole fucking rabbit hole. Now you just off the rock throughout this entire show now. But we'll keep it going.
The level of poverty, people live on a lower socioeconomic level, and they are addicted to bad boys because that's what women do. You can go to any white college and see exactly the same type of behavior that shads are getting all the women. That's the reality. The bad boy, the football star. Like, we know this is something that is a woman thing. It's just more exacerbated depending on the communities, the culture, and all that. So I actually believe that both of y'all are right on their own way. We can't, unfortunately, just be against something because it triggers our feelings. Okay, friends.
Oh my God.
No. One second, please. Respectfully. I didn't finish. One second, I didn't finish. You know what's funny, Tyranny? You did exactly. Tyranny. Hey, Tyranny. I have a Black Panther in my arm.
But you're not representing her.
One second, please. The pro-black shit is not going to work against me.
Facts, fatty.
Right? The pro black shit doesn't, because nobody.
Unfortunately.
Tyranny. Stop. Like Tyranny, you can't tell me myself that I depict black woman in any kind of way that is negative because I avoid it. But what we have to do is be fair. If she was talking about black men, I don't think y'all will have the same type of smoke.
She was talking about black men. She said most of y'all are in jail. No. And none of y'all heard that.
No. There was not. Hey, Pearl, did you say most black men go to jail?
I said a stat. I said a stat that 60% of black men have been arrested by the age of 25.
Is that the correct stat?
Who the fuck gets
arrested? One second. Just 1 second. Is this that correct?
You can Google it.
I don't.
Let's-
I know that 12%. I know 12%
We
have been
already know that
incarcerated.
there's a.
But she never said that.
I will say these, right? 1 second, please, friends. 1 second. I will say these. No, 1 second, please. 1 second. 1 second.
It's weird.
I will say these. Arrest. Hey, please, friends.
We're not even
Too excited. Arrests are not convictions. I want to see the number of convictions. Because arrests are not convictions. Just because somebody gets a stop and frisk, and they have like arrests are not convictions. I want to know the number of convictions so I can actually understand if these women are.
You're consider the exoneration data as well.
And I speak.
Because we
Why are we going so
Hey, CJ, relax. CJ, relax. I see you, brother.
We actually lead as black people. First of all, we already know why that stat could be high.
60%
That
pretty
is
bad,
true.
though. It's
There's
50%.
I just looked up the stat you asked for some
But
facts.
100% of y'all fuck your dogs. What the fuck we
Hey,
talking about?
hey, 1 second, please. Hey, 1 second, please. Hey, 1 second, 1 second. Hey,
And their cousin.
Do you need $300?
Yeah, we can say some fucked up shit
or
and
even
it's all good.
$1,000?
Like,
Now, hold on. We gonna be fair. She just said 100% of them fuck their dogs.
Yeah, well,
I ain't with that neither.
Freddie was just talking about how if she says something,
you can't do that. You can't do that. If you gonna hold one side accountable, you gotta hold the other side accountable. She said 100%. That's absolute to me. That sounds like absolute to me. So if you gonna hold one side accountable, if you're gonna get mad because of what Pearl said, you gotta get mad at what Tyranny said too.
Well, technically, if we look at it, 60% came from a stat that we don't know which one because apparently there are different stats for it. And she could have looked at a stat that said 100% of them.
That's a different
100% stat as well. You could look at something that says something different.
But what did you question? But you didn't question it though. You made faces when Pearl said something, but you made no face, but you laughed at 100%.
Because she was being facetious and she was being funny, and we knew that.
No, Tyranny, no, she's dead ass.
Tyranny,
we all know.
Everybody
on here knows that not every white person is having
Matt
sex
said
with their dog.
everybody don't have common sense, so they would believe that. So
Well, we can say that same thing about the entire panel. What they say.
We gotta be fair across the board.
But we're already starting off not fair. So what are you talking about?
It don't matter. So that means you're gonna continue.
So
to keep going
other
down the
people
rabbit.
can be fair, but we're not supposed to.
You gonna continue to keep going down the rabbit hole?
That's what the panel's doing in general. So it's like, okay, if you stick to the facts, but no one else is sticking to the facts, and you just like let it keep going. Like I'm confused.
I'm just.
Hey, the shit you said was factual.
I'm calling out. I'm calling the same thing out that you would call out. You said she said something about 100%. So everybody was quick to jump on the 60%, but she said 100%. Now all of a sudden, what? It ain't an issue. It ain't an issue
because it's being facetious.
Okay, I'll let you ride with that one.
I'm not riding.
I'll let you down that mountain.
Nah, that's hypocritical, but all right.
Respectfully, we literally are going to stop the show and close it out. If y'all like, the conversation became racial. It was Pearl that actually did it. Okay.
No reason.
And we are trying to figure out. 1 second. We are trying to figure out if this is based on stats or not. The fucking cousins and fucking dogs. You can statistically prove that shit. Okay.
All right,
so what we're going to do is, CJ, what is the percentage of black men that are convicted of a crime?
I didn't look up the
convicted of a crime.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna rewind back real quick. I think
there was not. Hey, Pearl, did you say most black men go to jail?
I said a stat. I said a stat that 60% of black men have been arrested by the age of 25.
Is that the correct stat?
Who the fuck is
One second. Just 1 second. Is this that correct?
You can Google it.
I know that 12%. I know 12% have been incarcerated.
But she never said that.
I will say these, right? 1 second, please, friends. 1 second. I will say these. 1 second, please. 1 second. 1 second. I will say these. Hey, please, friends.
We're not even
too excited. Arrests are not convictions. I want to see the number of convictions, because arrests are not convictions. Just because somebody gets a stop and frisk, and they have like arrests are not convictions. I want to know the number of convictions so I can actually understand if these women are.
You're consider the exoneration data as well.
And I speak.
Because we
Hey, CJ, relax. CJ, relax. I see you, brother.
we actually lead as black people. First of all, we already know why that stat could be high.
60%
That is true.
It's
There's
50%.
always
I just looked up the stat you asked for.
But 100% of y'all fuck your dogs. What the fuck we
Hey,
talking about?
hey, 1 second, please. Hey, one second, please. Hey, 1 second, 1 second. Hey,
And their cousins.
You heard that say, you heard that other little comment?
She literally just said 60% is really bad.
Been a cousin.
No. She said, and Jazz said, and their cousins.
Right, but
she
Pearl
don't hear that.
literally just said 60% is really bad, though, guys. It's really bad.
Who?
So
You talking about,
then-
that's comparison. You said someone fucked their cousins?
I'm confused. So it just depends on who's shooting fire.
No, both of them is wrong. If you're listen, I'm on the side of this. If you're gonna throw out stats, yeah, make sure you throw the stats out right. But what I'm not gonna do is shoot my. What I'm not gonna do is hold one side accountable and not hold the other side accountable. That's what I'm not gonna do.
So, but what I'm saying, if she's talking shit, you expect no one else to say anything.
Who talking? Is it talking shit? Or she just calling out a stat? Or you just think it's
Pearl
her
said
talking
60% is really bad. It is really bad, though. When we don't even know where that fucking stat was pulled from, because when you looked it up, it wasn't.
Well, fucking 60 is more than 50, so it's bad. It's not good.
And CJ said 50%, which is a stat that we just looked up, which is 50%. That's still bad.
Everybody else that's looking up is way less than what
that means
she's
half of 50%. I mean, that's half of the 13%.
So all I'm saying is, when someone says something that they just found off of Google, per the rest, we're just supposed to sit back and be like, well, she could say that, and no one has to say anything back to it.
No, you
she
can
is
check
being
her on
like,
it.
what?
You can check her on it, absolutely.
And so, and her considered check was saying that 100% of y'all fuck dogs. And now everybody's like, no, that's not fair.
You really think that's the same shit?
You think that's the same? So nobody said
that's an insult. That's a fucking
She was
insult.
being insulting as well.
But it's a real legit stat. Motherfuckers ain't fucking dogs. Like, I mean, that's
Yes,
crazy.
they are.
It's
not 100%, but bestiality is a real thing.
It's not a big enough number, a percentage that people are fucking. Well, black people fuck dogs too. Then I mean, Jesus, what the fuck? That's crazy.
And their cousins.
That's an insult. That's an insult.
And the uncles.
That's crazy. That's not even the same. That's not even the same.
Shoot shots off. So there's just different type of insults she should have said. She should have said,
I don't think it was the thing is, I think she just misrepresented. I think what the fact is, she misrepresented what that number meant of the 60%. Y'all took it as a shot. It wasn't a shot. It was just a stat that she threw out that she didn't give the full context and variable. Tyranny, on the other hand, she threw it out as a shot because she got triggered. That's two different things. That's two different situations.
Double down. Even when people were asking about it, and Ali said only percentage. She then said, well, 60% is really bad, though. It's really bad. That is a shot. I don't understand. She pulled it from some fuck-ass Google. And then we're sitting here like, but we can't say anything, though. She should have only said 25% then. Fuck dogs.
So that's just like you saying. Most of y'all black, you say most of y'all black niggas, 60% of y'all black niggas cheat on y'all women, right? And let's just say I get triggered. I'm like, oh, that's some bullshit. That's so fucked up. And all y'all 100% hoes. That's see the difference. If you give me a real life stat that you can actually look up, but I just throw out some shit and just say, well, 100% of y'all are hoes. Now what?
But the stats
so which one sounds like which one sounds more like a shot? Which one sounds more like a shot? Which one sounds more like a shot? If me telling you that, me saying that all of y'all are hoes because I'm triggered because you said that 60% of black men cheat on their women, and that's a stat that you can look up.
But the stat she said was wrong anyway. From currently what you guys have looked up and what I'm still seeing on here, it's still not the correct answer. Which then means you can pull anything off the fucking internet and say what you want.
It's off by 10%. It's close enough. Jesus. It's not like it's something crazy.
Okay.
He's saying 100% people fuck dogs.
People don't look it up and they go off of what they hear. And she's saying it. So then why is it that she can say, Tierney can say whatever she says, but then we're like, no, she's super fucking in the wrong. But it's just like you pulled some shit off. Who cares about the 10%? I don't give a fuck. It was the fact that she said it because she knew that she was black and she knew that she was race baiting her. She knew that she was going to get her upset about it. And it's like, well, because she's white, then we all of a sudden have to sit back and not act like she gets anybody ruffled feathers going.
I don't believe that. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just because she talks direct. And then so people are triggered at the fact that anytime somebody outside of a black person says black this, black that, instantly it becomes a race bait. It's not a race bait. Listen, if I say, look, black people, nobody's gonna think anything. Why? Because I'm a black man, right? Even if I say anything in regards to the white community, hey, white men do this. I guarantee you, for the most part, they aren't gonna get triggered like a black person would if a white person said black people do X, Y, and Z. That's a fact. So why is it always a triggered situation if it's whether the number is off 2%? It don't matter. It's a statistic that you can look up and figure out, all right, look, shorty, you was kind of off on that. You was kind of off on that percentage. It's actually 50%, but we're going off the rails just because a white woman said it. So fucking what? It don't matter. All you got to do is, instead of yelling and arguing, how about you stand firm and actually argue the point instead of the person. Argue the point. Fuck the here's a white person said it because again, if a black person said it, there would not be as much smoke. But because it's a white woman who said it, because it's the messenger, all of a sudden we got smoke now. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to stop that shit.
Also, I was right when they started defending black men.
You know that's this kind of makes a lot of sense how women fight, though. This makes a lot of sense how women fight, like in relationships. Even like, oh yeah, you know what, you don't cook as much, and they're like, and they'll come up with a fire at your ass, like, well, you said something to me. And people like, whoa, shit. Like I see now. I see it's all the same to y'all. Like I don't get it. It's definitely
it's not.
It's not. It's definitely not.
And again, it's just like X-Ray, he's saying it's a shot. It ain't a shot. It's a stat. It's a stat that's thrown out because again, it stems from the root of what she said. People were being disingenuous in the conversation. So therefore, all right, so you want to play this, you want to play the dumb game. I bet. Say less. As a black person, you should understand that because 60% of people get arrested. So therefore, because 60% of y'all get arrested, that means 6 out of the 10 people have been arrested before. Y'all tend to like the edgy motherfuckers. Do you understand what I'm saying to you now? Since you want to be disingenuous. That's basically in a nutshell what she's saying. But they took it as a shot. If she just would have been genuine from the jump and like, you know what, I can concede to that. I understand that. You know what, that makes sense. And then could have moved on. That's the point that's being made. So it ain't even about the fucking stat at this point.
Please, respectfully, we literally are going to stop the show and close it out. If y'all like, the conversation became racial, it was Pearl that actually did it, okay?
No reason.
And we are trying to figure out, 1 second, we are trying to figure out if this is based on stats or not. The fucking cousins and fucking dogs, you can't statistically prove that shit, okay?
All right,
so what we're going to do is, CJ, what is the percentage of black men that are convicted of a crime? Not arrested, convicted of a crime before at 18.
I didn't look up the convicted stat. I just looked it up. Black men are arrested by age 25. Not most, but 49% of them are. So
okay, so but that's irrelevant because arrest records, like we need the convictions because you're not become a criminal because you were arrested. You become a criminal when you get convicted.
33% of black people have felonies.
What's the percentage?
33%.
Approximately 33% of African American adult males have a felony record, which includes those who have been convicted of crimes. I'd have to dive in deeper to find like what age group, but her stats were correct about arrest. And that might be something that people use, like, again, inflammatory statements, obviously, for content purposes. But yeah, it is 33% of adult males. So
I really wanted to say something else. So women want to control the uncontrollable, but they're going to shit test you to see, are you really uncontrollable? So if they get that control over you, they'll say, this ain't the nigga I thought he was. He is controllable, right? So that's kind of why they like chaos. So once they get there, they're kind of miserable in the fact that they like the uncontrollable. So they don't like being on either side of the fence. They don't like the fact that they like the uncontrollable, but then they try to wrestle the controller from you to see if you're uncontrollable. It's a weird dynamic. And Pearl is not wrong. Most black women are more attracted to, they have a higher propensity to be attracted to those men. I don't know why y'all got offended and expect black power. That's where this racist shit come from. like I told y'all before, it's the black women that want us get us into this race shit. Can I finish?
Can you coon later?
It's the black women that want to get us into this race shit.
Just let them land.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We control. Hey, Tyranny, don't mute yourself if I mute you. Go ahead, CJ.
So yeah, I think they want to get us into a war that we can't win, so they can go and be with the white man, and that's it.
Ever wanted to sound confident when you speak and go from this?
I fucking hate this show sometimes. I love them, but
so I was with CJ until he said that last part.
Right, like what the fuck?
So 3% of the total U.S. population and 15% of the African American male population have served time in prison. People with felony convictions more broadly account for 8% of the overall population and 33% of the African American male population.
Yeah.
My whole thing with the whole data and statistics or whatever, my thing was the relevance. It wasn't not necessarily, getting triggered or whatever because they talking about black people. I'm saying like if we're gonna talk about like the reason why women have a propensity to get with bad guys and everything, stating that the 60% of them are arrested, I'm like, that's not a good enough like stat to justify why, because there's multiple different reasons why people are arrested. And I think that's the reason why Fatty was like, we need the convictions, because more than likely if they convicted, they probably did like a real deal crime. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that the relevance of it. That's how I was looking at it. I wasn't looking at it at like, oh, they talking about black people, I'm getting pissed off because they talking about black people.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Tyranny, do you have the chance to reply, and then I'll get the best of the people that haven't talked, especially Big Rick, right? What did CJ said that was wrong? It's the battle of ideas. 1 second, Tyranny. Remember, this is the battle of ideas. You have uninterrupted time to prove CJ that what he said is wrong. No name calling for now. Later we can do it. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is he wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Pearl, no, we're not attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why they really hate us, because they can't.
That was not the question.
That's it.
That was not the question.
I'm wrong.
That was not the question. No, Tyranny, you have to be. 1 second. I talk again. Tyranny, 1 second. What's that,
You got zero brain cells, man.
It's like,
hey, 1 second. One second. No, 1 second. Pearl.
Hey, for real.
No, hey, everybody. 1 second.
No, because she's here.
Now, 1 second. Stop talking. Pearl, let me ask you something, Pearl. Are you trying to get the reaction of us?
No,
Pearl. 1 second, Pearl. I'm asking you a serious question, right? Because we had you on the panel once, and Andrew Wilson was with us, right? And Andrew Wilson all of a sudden starting to do FUBU remarks and talking about black brands and all that. And I asked him, hey, brother, I see your content all the time. You usually don't talk like this. So my question is, and be honest about it, is there any of your statements you're doing today, statements that are made to trigger the crowd that you have right now?
I actually came here prepared because I thought the topic was black fatigue. So I came prepared with stats, facts, data, and statistics. I came
but the topic is not black fatigue, right?
That's what we spoke about.
No, but is the topic black fatigue?
That's what you told me the topic was.
No. I'm asking. 1 second, please. Is the topic black fatigue?
No, hold on, Pearl. I invited you, right? And I told you already that the next topic would be black fatigue. We already addressed it. But what is the relevant part about making it about race when we're here about the relationships? Why go straight? That's twice. That's going to trigger people. And now if they start saying stuff about white people, now we're going to have a race war. We want to have the conversation and intentional about the relationships, but it is turning into race conversation instead of a relationship conversation. That's all we're addressing. We want to have the conversation, but it's becoming a race conversation.
It's interesting.
We will have the race conversation, the black conversation. Hold on real quick, Big Rick. We want to have the black and white conversation, but when it's almost like it's said to instigate or stir something up, it seems like it's becoming racial. You're saying something.
What I thought was that we were adults here and we could talk about facts, data, and statistics without getting upset. Maybe we're not. I don't know.
No. If I did,
but it's not that, right? For example,
you don't have
off
to
the
break
cuff.
right just because the girls are getting upset.
No, that's not Pearl, that's not the case, right? For example, we were having a conversation about criminals, and you say black woman after herpes. Like it's a very
she said that she actually brought it up first, and you guys are talking to me. She brought it up first.
No, Pearl, you brought up the fact that black women like criminals, and then when she said she said that white women like men who smell like dogs, then it becomes racial.
I don't mind. That's okay. I don't get offended. One side's getting offended.
So as long but look, just know that if that happens, then it becomes a racial conversation.
Okay, so what?
You can't
talk about.
No. But what happens is if we have a racial conversation, then it makes everybody else. First of all, I don't care about how we look in regards to money and all them things. I do care about how people respect themselves. So we should be able to have a respectful conversation without making it racial, blatantly racial.
Nobody
not being factual, making it blatant racial.
Okay, well,
you can give Tierney as much shit when she made it racial the other day with me.
Well, one second. I want to hear from her and see what she thinks about what we said.
Tina got a good point.
Well, if I'm being honest with you, never has a point. If I'm being honest, I think you guys are overreacting. I think the guys are white knighting a little bit for the women. I don't think we need to get emotional because there's facts about race. And if you can't handle it, I can go. I don't mind.
Yeah, no, but Pearl, the thing is, we are not being emotional because let me give you an example of 1 second, please. 1 second, please.
I'm gonna bounce.
No, it's fine. Let me tell you one thing, Pearl, before you go, Pearl.
Don't.
Hey, please, 1 second. So that's the thing, right, Pearl? If I was playing the same game that you are playing, I would say, you know about these things because you are the one that dated the black bum, a black homeless man, right? I would literally come out of the woodwork because I know your story.
God forbid I help.
Right, and these not black women that are just addicted to black bums. You are addicted to a black bum because that was the person that you actually dated for a bunch of years, right?
God forbid I help the homeless.
No, it was not homeless.
No, he actually wasn't, but that's what everyone says.
He was sleeping on your house.
No, it's not the full. I mean, it doesn't matter, but
yes, but my point is this, Pearl. We are treating you with respect. You can definitely touch on race. We can literally do shows about race, put the table to you, and you can do whatever you want. But if we are going to try to either get clippable moments or something like that, we know more about you than you know about us. So if you want to go there, we can go there. I take my gloves off and we can do whatever we want. And if nobody can be offended because of black this and black that, you are going to talk about the time where you were fucking a black homeless man, a fat motherfucker that you were effing in your house, right?
Fatty, you're fat too. It's like
absolutely. You have no titties and no ass. You are mad at me because I have more titties than you. That's why you're mad, right?
We could go back.
That's why you're mad, right? Because I have more titties than you.
So again, I thought we were adults so that we could talk about.
Oh, we are definitely adults. Let me ask you something. What do you think about black fatigue?
All right, so I do appreciate you guys having me on. I really do.
Can you say what you think about black fatigue before you go?
I really did want to do this, but apparently we can't do the facts, data, and statistics. Thank you guys so much for having me on. If you want to do my channel, it's just
Pearl. If we came on your show and started talking about white men and white women, you would have had a problem. That's so disingenuous.
This is Sparta!
Facts.
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room.
I was supposed to change this, but it'd be all right. We'll get to
it. Hey, let me and Ali handle it, and then you guys got it, okay?
Can you bring me up there real quick?
All right. Any thoughts on this? Because I want to hear what they got. I want to hear what Ali and them got to say. Cause I know they talked a little bit more about it, but so far, anything else?
Yeah, no, it was, that shit is it went way unprofessional. I don't think it was a big deal. I don't think it was anything that should have gone that far. But you already know how Jazz and Tierney are. I just really didn't think the men were gonna like piggyback on that shit. To be real with you, I thought they were gonna keep it logical and normal, and be the moderators. But we expect that from them. But they just literally pretty much kind of got in their head and fucked the whole show up. I think it was very stupid of them to even fall into that whole thing, bro. Like, it wasn't even things like that. So I don't know, that's crazy.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
I think they stayed on it too long. If they could have addressed it, they felt like she was coming from a racial whatever. All right, cool. Move on to the relevance of the conversation. I think they stayed on it too long. I agree with somebody in chat speaking with the fam. Yeah, it always get personal, and I think sometimes they come from like people they can't substantiate their argument that well. So now they got something to cling on to, and they just keep it, and they stay with the whole race thing because you bring in race, you do that all freaking day, say the same thing over and over, do it, but they could have been bypassed that, and because now it's like the plot of the whole conversation is gone. It was about like, do women have the proclivity to get with men that's dangerous and violent and stuff like that? But they ain't even talk about it. They talking about race, and I think at the end, I think Fatty did that on purpose because I think he probably trying to be like, I don't know. I guess he don't want the women to feel like that he ain't got their back.
White knighted, yeah.
White knighted because he ain't want to feel like, hey, look, y'all can't say that I wasn't taking up for y'all next time when they get into another similar situation. I think that's what happened.
Nah, he should have stood on his shit. That's him and Ilkan's platform. What he should have did is listen. Let's get back to the fucking conversation. It went far too fucking left, regardless of whoever felt personal about it. All right, so what's the conversation? What are we talking about? Fuck all the extra shit. That's what should have happened. He handled that shit horribly, and as well as shout out to them in the platform, but both of them handled the shit horrible as moderators. Regardless of if you already know who Pearl is, if you decided to bring her to the show, you should already know what to expect from that type of person and the type of platform that she has. So knowing that right out the gate what's bound to happen, you should already be setting ready for that shit. And so now, because two black women come on talking about, well, you gonna let her talk to us like that? Listen, you are an adult. If you feel as if you need to get triggered, understand something. You got to stand on your own too, but understand we gonna have a conversation here. Just as if somebody come over here to this platform, need you to understand something. I'm gonna moderate. If it gets disrespectful, if it gets personal, that's when I'm gonna step in. Other than that, we gonna have the fucking conversation. We gonna get back to the conversation, regardless of what your personal feelings about a certain person is. Regardless, we here to have a conversation. I don't give a fuck who the messenger is. If it's a fact, it's a fact. And if you trigger, oh well, that's a problem that you need to figure out between you and God. Like simple as that. This shit went way too fucking left. And just like how we see again, which you know what? I ain't gonna even say it. Y'all got it. Go ahead.
I think you about to say, you said again, like I guess what you said, like maybe like anytime we have discussions about anything, we got to talk about women's feelings. They get derailed.
It
get derailed because we got to worry about the feelings aspect instead of the plot of the conversation.
And now they want to try to play. Now they want to try to come play save. They want to come save face. And listen, nah, fam. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care how anybody feel about the situation. They just fucked up a huge bag.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
How you think?
Well, for one, you gotta pay attention to the type of following and the viewership that Pearl already gets. She was willing to come on to their show every week and have a conversation.
Oh, so she was gonna be there every week.
She was gonna be
there conversation, but now she ain't gonna. She gone.
Now she don't even want to considering the fact she more so doing them a favor, considering the following she got, the viewership that she got. She would have brought some of their viewers over there to their channel, which could have blew their shit up. But because, again, they let two black women lead. Now, again, this ain't all black women. I understand this, but like this, black women like this, and just women in general. There are women like this in general, and they're not just black, who want to take the lead, want to get overly emotional. They expect the men to come in white knight and come save the day. No, you started this, so guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna moderate it. Just don't get personal. You're gonna have a conversation, have a fucking conversation. But we ain't finna make personal attacks because you feel some type of way. about a stat that was said about a certain community. That's what we're not gonna do. And so now you just fumble the bag.
She got a following. She still got a following like that now.
Hell yeah, she do, bro.
She don't pop up. She don't pop up my algorithm at all anymore.
She over a million, bro. She over a million something already, bro. She getting to it over there.
Oh,
she definitely got a following.
She probably.
I know people still listen to her.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, they do. They do.
Well, see,
because I thought it was like something had happened, like something had happened, and she lost her channel or something like that.
Yeah, she lost her channel, but she got two. She got 2 more channels back. Now she already over a million something views.
Damn.
Yeah, but you got to remember, once you build your following once, that's all you need.
Fact.
Yeah, because Tommy,
it don't matter if they demonetize her. Her people still gonna find her wherever else she go. In the meantime, in between time, till she get back. So
yeah, because Tommy, he always starting stuff.
That's not. No, I'm not saying he should have held back. But see, the reason that he decided to try to jump in is because he was trying to save 2 black women who called him out and said, "Oh, you gonna let her talk to us like that?" No, that's not what I'm saying. But what he should have moderated it better, so they can have a fucking conversation instead of getting too personal and trying to make personal attacks. That's the problem. Because he fumbled the bag. Because if he knew how to moderate properly, this wouldn't have happened. That's the point that I'm making.
Hey, I think he should have shut up for the money though. So I mean, it is what it is. He didn't. I mean, he didn't even get offended though. I mean, that's the thing though. If it was something that don't really offend you, then it's something totally different. Like that's wild. That's different. But even at that point, it still would fucking matter, bro. Like I mean, it still would be. Yeah, I mean, I'm not selling my soul for shit. Like I ain't gonna say something I don't believe in, but what was said there was not that fucking big of a deal. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you know what? Like,
I'm saying. Ain't even selling your. That's what I'm saying. Ain't even selling your soul. Like, I'm not gonna risk my morals over some shit. But if I look at if I can look at the situation and say, all right, I don't really see the reason for it going this far left. So let me bring this shit back to the conversation so we can talk. This shit went all the way fucking left. That's the point.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
Yeah.
Anybody else before I get to what?
Yeah, they was on that entirely too long.
Well, my thing is, for one, I get it. Don't bully the guest or whatever, but at the same time, I'm tired of women. If y'all gonna choose the beard, then take y'all ass to the woods, man. I'm tired of y'all fucking weaponizing men to y'all benefit on some dumb shit. Like, y'all kept poking at her. Don't get me wrong. She dove off the deep end, something serious. She dove smooth off the deep end. But that's what y'all wanted. Y'all instigated this shit. And then y'all gonna sit up there and be like, oh, you're not gonna protect. No, I'm not. We tired of the dumb shit. This is another reason why y'all saying it's piss in the fucking dating pool. Y'all think y'all can go out there and have attitudes in front of any and everybody all the goddamn time, 24/7, and then niggas is supposed to put on a Superman cape and swoop down and save y'all. No. Stop doing dumb shit. It's a part of fucking protection and provision. Stop going out there and putting your neck in the guillotine, and right when you see the blade finna drop, talking about, oh, so ain't none of y'all gonna come save me? No. Motherfuckers is done with that shit. And that's the thing. Jazz go everywhere, and she I don't know, it must get her wet. Her man love when she on these panels or something, because them joints must be dripping when she get off, because she go everywhere and play stupid. Like, not once has she gone anywhere and been educated from the beginning, from the opening cut to the closing cut of any fucking panel she done been on. At some point, she start off for 5 minutes and then boom, detour, dirt road, fucking canyon jump, everything. She driving through the river and all.
Bro, she couldn't even do it on Ask a Brother.
Like,
I mean, you can't do it with that dude.
He was calm.
Something wrong, man.
Don't get me wrong. When Pearl going off the deep end, reel her back in. You wildin'.
Facts.
Where are these fucking stats? Stop coming with this blanket bullshit that your community be fucking like to put on Fox News and all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
Show me some shit that you done seen with your own 2 eyes at this point.
Yep.
I get that. But when y'all keep poking the bear,
that was my
like,
point earlier. I think.
Shit,
yeah, go ahead, bro.
Nah, it's cool. I'm over it. Like, it should just be dumb because then at one point we want to have these conversations and try and find a middle ground everywhere, and then when it do come to getting the middle ground, nobody holding the side accountable that's saying the dumb shit, but then you keep poking for more and more of the dumb shit, and it's like, yo, at some point the shit ain't entertaining no more. It's like, let's get this shit educational. If they coming out here just spewing straight ignorance, somebody needs to stand up and be like, hey, I get that your stats say 60%, whatever fucking Harvard study y'all done did, that's cool, but let's look at the Howard stats. Why the fuck is it that at 30 to 40% more black parties is 10 cop cars sitting around the corner just waiting for the party to let out, versus y'all getting fucking drove home and we getting arrested because you talking about you could visually see that our tire was low 5 psi. How the fuck you see that and my dash ain't tell me that? Some of these arrests be over some stupid. That would be a great argument. No, but that's the thing. Like, we in Arizona. I done seen black clubs open up in Scottsdale, and then it's a police presence around the corner. Now, do people act the ass sometimes? Yeah, but a lot of people already know that when you go into Scottsdale, that ain't necessarily the place to bring your guns to. So people do kind of try to tone it down till they get back to the hood.
So can we ask? But in that point that you made too, Rado, which I'm not refuting that at all, because I'm saying there are situations and times where that is a thing. So I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna be willfully ignorant on that. But in that case too, can we also say, because two things can be true at the same time, can we also say that we also put ourselves in that situation too, the way that we act?
Now I'm gonna go off the deep end here myself and tell you that when it comes to Scottsdale, we putting ourselves in the situation going there to begin with. Because if you go down the tables of history, Scottsdale was a sundown town.
Yep.
There was Negroes that played baseball. That were on baseball teams that couldn't sleep in Scottsdale hotels with the baseball team, even though they were in the league.
Yep.
Back in the days when, Jackie Robinson and all them was playing. So as far as it as a town itself, there is a racial undertone in the city itself. So personally, I'll say going over there to begin with is half-ass looking for trouble. Shit, you seen that one NFL player that fell asleep at a stoplight a couple years ago, and they blew that up like he didn't fucking kill the whole family. So
oh yeah, he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity, so they're gonna do that.
Well, yeah, they gonna do that, but it was just like, fam, sleep. Like, it ain't really that major.
But that's it. But it's a thing. But I have to be honest with you. If you've been, was he intoxicated?
Was it a white dude?
That one I don't remember, because there was another case shortly after that where somebody fell asleep in that little triangle on the freeway.
Yeah,
he actually got murked, and I think he was intoxicated, but he had that thing on him in the car. And then they startled him awake and they murked him. But so it was like, I got a lot of memories. I got to go back and actually look at the case to give you a concrete answer on that.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's safe to say he probably was, if he fell asleep at a stoplight at 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah, you can't do that, and you can't do that. You can't, even if you're intoxicated. You can't even do that. So,
like, I ain't gonna give him a G pass on that. But going over there, like, when I go over there, if shit pop off, I'll walk off. If anybody with me, I'm finna literally drag you by your collar. Like, let's get the fuck out of here, because we already know how this gonna go. It don't matter who the fuck started it, whatever. It could be 32 fucking cameras on this shit. They gonna find the one camera that's grainy as fuck that don't exist to prove their point. So let's just get up out of here. But at the same time, like, weaponizing 5, 6, 7 stats because you also had time to do homework and bring stats. Like, Ali was saying, no, I'm the one that brought you up here. And she's like, oh, well, this is what we talking about. I brought stats. And I mean, shout out to Pearl for having a successful show, but shit, the way you said that you brought stats damn near look like it made your damn coochie wet. It's like, yo, like, yeah, you got all these stats or whatever, but how many of them stats did you really go through this? Just like Macaroni said, how far down did you scroll to dissect and be like, okay, yeah, 60%, but only 18% is violent crimes, and the rest of this is some bullshit. This motherfucker argued with the cashier at the store and wouldn't leave the store because the cashier didn't get him his change. And you know, just like the little dumb shit that motherfuckers be getting arrested for and just be quote unquote catch and release. Marcus just told you that he fucking spent the night for little to no reason. I done spent the night because the DMV fucked up paperwork on my vehicle. They telling me that I got fictitious plates on the vehicle that they issued, and I got arrested for that. So, like, and the funny thing is with that car, me and one of the homies bought the car together. All our names was on the title. He ain't get arrested, and we was roommates. But you know,
what you had to say, Ash?
I was just saying Kyron Lacey as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Some of this should be disingenuous. They shouldn't have ran Pearl off like that. I get what Courtney saying with they fumbled the bag.
Pearl was a bitch at the end though. I ain't gonna lie. She ran off.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I done seen her in way more intense debates than that. Like that debate, like them, you know, the little race thing or whatever.
Yeah,
I done seen her being way more brutal stuff. But I saw what was going on with her. She I put it like this. I seen her. I watched her stuff when she ain't had that many followers, but now she had 1 million. She got the, you know, she like who the hell y'all is? I'm gone, right? It is what it is. Forget y'all. So she left, but she bitched out at the end though.
Well, honestly though, I'm not even gonna toss her a life jacket for real, but it's like we know her history on the internet, and I don't know how much she deep dive into all these panels, but we also know Jazz's history on the internet. So it's kind of like one of those situations. If you know that you just ain't gonna get nowhere, is it worth it?
Yeah, she probably watched. She probably seen Jazz too, so she probably like. Oh, and Tyranny, Ash. I don't know if you watch Tyranny. Her name is Tyranny, and her name precedes her. Like she, like you saw. All right, so I know y'all saw when the situation. They was like, all right, Tyranny, you say what you have to say. And she went way left. Like nobody even know what the hell she was talking about. Like what?
Are you talking about the dogs and all that?
Not the dog. It was another part.
She was talking about say Pearl knows something like that.
Oh yeah, she want that they want the black or some shit like that. No, white men want them or something like that.
Yeah,
something. Yeah, like it's not even like that. Wasn't even nowhere near the race thing or the topic at hand. She goes off the deep end. Like she literally said on one show, she was like she race loyal, but she got mixed babies.
And that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Until we in phase 4 and phase 5 of the black conversation, them motherfuckers need to go. I mean, I guess I'm just saying controversial for the fuck of it. They need to go pick the cotton while we in the house trying to figure out the shit.
She got mixed babies, and she was telling some dude just because he's striking out with black women, he got to keep on going. Don't get with nobody else. And she started saying some racist behind stuff that was unwarranted, way worse than what Pearl said tonight. Two times worse. And then she was like, oh yeah, and you gotta stay race war. You go deal with the other races, and when you're done with them, come back and then get you a real one. They were like, don't you got like two kids that's mixed? She was like, yeah, but after that I understood where it was home. They were like, so you gave somebody outside the race the highest honor, but you giving black men the hardest time. You talk shit about them every single day. So it's like like she unwarrantedly like talk shit. It ain't like it's just her opinion, and men, us as black men, we got some things to work on in the black community. We got some things to do. No, she makes it her she will be considered the what when somebody not
Down syndrome.
what they call men that's on the internet too long and what is called? It's like they be on a computer typing. What is something sales, something like that?
Who?
Talking about the incels?
What's the name? Like they be calling dudes that be like they don't do nothing, they lame and they just be on the computer. Incel, yeah. She would be
about the ones that don't get no ass.
Feminine incel.
Yeah, the incels.
Yeah, they call them incels.
She'll be, that's her. Like she hate. She's a real not misogynist, but like misandrist.
Misandrist.
Yeah, she really is.
Ash, what you got, Ash? Because you got that rolling. Them eyes is rolling, girl.
Yeah. We jumped on a lot of things.
True.
But
Boss, I ain't jump on shit.
Anyway, you're one of the first ones.
He wildin'.
I ain't jump on nothing.
I do think that she already said that I think she was rage baiting, and then they had asked her about her rage baiting, and then she kind of couldn't cover for it, and then so she decided to get off, which personally proved my point about what her whole point was in the first place, because it wasn't needed about what she had said. She just chose to say it in a different setting than what started it off. Because like apparently they did start off with black fatigue, and then they moved into something else. She continued it going, and then it all started into what it is. I don't personally think that Ali and Fatty were coming in as Captain Sabaho. I think they asked her a question. They saw that she couldn't answer the question, and then they honed in on it per what they usually do on their show. I don't think they saved anybody. That's just how they are on that show. If somebody else did that, they would have honed in on them too. It's not particularly just her. As for, I think that's pretty much all I had for that. Yeah. Some of the stuff I agree with Ross. Some of the stuff I don't. I still don't like that woman. I don't give a fuck. And yeah.
We can just tell by your answer you don't like it because you must have watched something totally different.
I think yes.
No, I mean,
every time I see her, she's doing these
you
same.
She answered every question that Fatty asked her. I think Fatty one who got fucking combobulated because he went on some personal shit. So like she answered all the questions. Like she did.
No. But we also know that panel, and when they see somebody wavering a little bit, they hone in on that. And Pearl wasn't standing 10 toes down on what she said. She had said, well, yeah, but that was because we were talking about black fatigue. And then Ollie said, well, we were talking about relationships now, not on that. So why is it that when you start talking, you immediately come up with black conversation?
She said the reason she had her stats. The reason she had those stats, like she did her homework. So she
right,
prepared what she was going to say.
Said it was immediately about black people.
No. The way she said black people is so Jazz, because Jazz has been disingenuous, so she can understand. She said, "Let me tell you something, so you can understand it, because this goes on in your community." That's the only reason she said the black thing. That same thing like he brought the Andrew Wilson thing when he mentioned FUBU and all the other shit. He said it because he was talking to a black panel that wore FUBU. Like y'all get buttered about it.
They brought that up when that happened. I also remember that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
brought up shit that we know.
She was getting her point across already. Why is it now?
No, she wasn't getting through Jazz.
Black things.
She wasn't getting through the person she was talking to, who was going back and forth with. It was Jazz. Jazz wasn't getting it. Then that's why she said it. Everyone else probably got it, but she didn't get it. She wasn't getting it.
To be honest, Jazz don't get nothing. It's impossible for her to get anything. So it was a waste of time in the first place to try to get her to understand any damn thing.
That is true.
She gonna stay on what she believe, and that's gonna be it. It ain't going nowhere.
Hey Mac, you know she done found our channel, right?
So
she gonna
bro, like I'm not saying anything wrong because she.
No, you're not. I'm fucking with you.
That's fine with me. She can find it all she wants to.
No, she'll say what I say. She'll say that, yeah, that's true. She believe what she believe. She's not gonna get anything. I have not seen her. I ain't gonna say concede, but have a different of a perspective of certain like conversation that happened. Like, okay, I can see your point. I ain't never heard her say that it's like she'll be quiet if it makes sense. Then she'll be, but there's the thing, and then it's over with.
Nah, I just hate how she be trying to find the shit that don't make sense out of something that does.
Oh Jesus! Like I said, bro, she reminds me of a shitty ass attorney that's defending someone. Well, they got a videotape of them murdering someone. She will fucking fight to the death, and even though the shit's in front of her face is true, she'll fight against that shit. And it's like, yo, come on, man.
All right, so let me play this last little bit and then see what they got to say, and then we'll give some more thoughts on that.
Absolutely, Ali. Let me and Ali handle it.
I should never let her disrespect her.
Hey, Jess, you don't have to go. Hey, Jess, do you have to coaches? Jess, do you see, Jess? We right now lost a bunch of money, a bunch of clicks, a bunch of clout because he wasn't sitting well with us the way that she was talking about black people. Do you really think you have to coach me and Ali about dealing with this shit? We're already doing.
Okay, so
just chill. It's fine.
Her, we're gonna be addressing like on content too as well too, because now it's blatant that she does find ways to be racist, because there's things that she says that are actual truthful, and it seems like and CJ, I see you shaking your head, but when you have, if I go on her show blatantly start talking about Andrew Wilson or Pearl, their race, their women and their men, that's looking to race bait. And the fact you can sit there, CJ, and go like this and not know that's what she's doing, that's, and you're a black man.
I don't agree.
You can respond.
Let him finish.
You can respond when I'm done. This does make me angry when it's this. The only thing about black men that does trigger me about the fact that when black women say something, we can respond to it and counter on it, give data and say, hey man, she not true. As soon as a white woman, a white man say something, you know what? Yeah. That's absolutely true. That's exactly how black men are. This is the point. I'm not saying everything she's not saying is not truthful. She says some things that are truthful and needed as well too. But when you blatantly go into a space and make it about race, that is race baiting, and it does become racial, because there was no reason for her to say y'all love them more than y'all love them. Black women. Stop, CJ. I said you can land after me. I don't do you like that, right? You know me personally. It's I go in her spaces and go, hey, y'all love the mass shooters. Y'all love the men that smell like dogs. If I start doing that, I'm blatantly trying to trigger them based on race. She can have the conversation and address black women and white women and all women by just speaking on the facts. This is not a platform. Contrary to popular opinion, when people try to seem like we try to bash black women, that's not what we're trying to do. If you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. But if you're making it blatant about race, that's what they're doing. And CJ, you tell me, what was the point of her saying that black women like criminals more than anybody? What's the point of saying that? If it's not racial, no, let me finish.
He was trying to back up what was.
Hold on, Melanie, hold on, please. No,
you will have the chance to reply to Melanie.
It's crazy.
So if y'all want to have a live debate on this, after Jazz said what she said yes. White women are like that too, but I'm owning it. What was the point of saying it though? That y'all like criminals the most? Y'all like the criminals the most? What's the point of saying it?
She's talking to black people. She was backing up her point with saying that, and we let the women. This is my point. We let the women, the black women, get so emotional about nonsense that they get the. I answered your first question. I'm going to expound. I'm trying to expound, Ali. You got to talk for 2 minutes, and I get to talk for 2 minutes.
I didn't ask you that. You know me too.
I answered your question.
I said, what was the point of bringing up race into it?
She was expounding her point, and she's talking to black people.
But we were talking about relationships amongst all people.
No, we're not. That is not what we're doing. No, it's not. That is not what we're doing when we're up here talking. Cut it out.
Okay, that's fine. One second. Hey, 1 second. Friends, hey, we're going. 1 second, friends. We are going to have the conversation, right? So, CJ and Melanie, you can actually go next, and we can have a conversation about this. So, CJ, if I go to the white spaces all the time, you see me there, right? Imagine that I'm going there.
If you're clean and you know it, wiggle.
That's the one way to do it.
If you're clean and you know it, boogie down.
And we're just talking about relationships overall, right? And I say this: y'all white women are a bunch of hoes because I ran through you when I was in college. All of y'all sucking dick and all that shit. 1 second, TJ. Do you think the woman on that panel and the white man on that panel are not going to feel triggered and they're not going to start talking about how black people
all the time? They say it all the time. First of all, second of all,
answer 1 second. TJ wants to talk. Hey, CJ, we're not going. Hey, CJ, calm down. I'm talking to you. This is not a debate. This is a conversation. I know, but you are too. We are calm. Like no, CJ. I don't want nobody to clip this shit and think that we are just screaming at each other. Everybody calm. The issue was resolved. Let's talk with each other. Like, answer what I said and then go quickly. Like, do you think that those people that are literally fighting every day, now they show that actually they're worse than us? They doxing each other. They canceling each other. It was the Andrew Wilson Sarah situation. They calling each other names. They robbing money from each other. Like, do you think that those people that just like us, do you think if I go to their space and I start talking shit about white women in specific, that the man and the woman on the panel either are not going to freak out or try to retaliate and talk about black people and how black people are burglars and criminals and all that shit? Like, what do you think happens?
Can I give more than one
and
word?
Interrupted.
You steal the mic. Thank you. Most people, it depends, the people, but we got to learn how to get out of our emotions from this shit. Disattach our emotions. Women are emotional, so we listen to them have an emotional break reaction to her saying black people, and now we got to jump up and defend them. She was right. We are being white knights for women and their emotions, which doesn't make sense. She has the right to say black people are this way because she's talking to black people. And she has the right to say it. Feel me? It's not like she didn't do anything wrong, and y'all just flipped out. And y'all, I don't know why.
Hey, CJ. Wait, 1 second, CJ. We actually appreciate you over here, right? We actually appreciate you over here, CJ.
Wow.
Did you notice that you didn't reply to what I said?
What was my question, CJ?
What was my question, CJ?
Hold on.
What was my question, CJ? No, it's fine. I know you have somebody over there. What was my question, CJ? When we're ready. No, it's fine. What was my question, CJ?
He distracted me. So can you repeat the question? Oh, you said if you went over there, if you went to white people, I got it. If you went to white people channel, I got it. I understand the question.
1 second.
White people channel, how would they react?
Hey, CJ.
Not let me get the answer. Not let me ask the question.
You are going too fast. Slow down. We're not too fast.
You literally just asked me the question. I'm answering it. You asked me if you went to white people channels and would they react the same way that they reacted? Would you say if you said white people did this, would they say black people did this and start reacting the same way?
Yeah, would they do it? Would they do it?
They fucking might. Who knows, man?
No. So you have an opinion about black people doing it, but you don't have about what white they wouldn't do it?
Irrelevant.
Hey, CJ, let me ask you. I'm actually going to say something to you, right? There's no show where I don't go that there's not shit. He didn't do nothing. The habitual suspects. Even on debates where I didn't do nothing racial, I didn't say nothing. We're talking about evolution. People were monkeys. Was George Floyd a monkey? Go ask OG Speed. Go ask Shilkan Ali. Every time we have a debate about something, and Andrew Wilson came on our show full of black people, he never talks about black issues like that. He started talking about FUBU, black brands, black shit that black people do. Like, respectfully, like 1 second, please. This is race baiting. It's not that you are right or wrong, because we're literally engaged with the stats. And I said, I think this is right, but under this context, for example, you have to look at the number of arrests and not the number of convictions and not the number of arrests. But if you have a machine gun and every time you open your mouth, you are saying things that are racially inflamed, like it's going to inflame people. When I know for a fact that Pearl, she going on the Myron Games route, but she's not doing this on a regular basis when she talks about white people. This is what I'm talking about. It's not because she's white. If it was Myron Gaines that came on our show and he started to do the same shit, we would say, hey, brother, we're having a conversation about relationships. You know how to act when you go to Piers Morgan. You know how to act when you go to all these bigger content creators than you. So when you come down to us, even though you might be making us a favor because you are,
he's being disingenuous too. Any thoughts right now?
Yeah, bro, he's been 100% disingenuous. Like even with the whole start of what he was saying was, if he went on a white show and he said all this fucked up shit, she didn't come off and say shit like that. Like, yeah. If someone said you're a monkey, yeah, someone get fucking pissed. You kidding me? Like, of course you are. Like, but she didn't say that. She fucking said a stat, and then she said, "Hey, black people or whatever." Like, whatever.
She said that stat was bad. She said it is pretty bad though.
It's fucking 60% good.
As a double down.
It's 60%
She
good.
already knew she was.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. 60% good.
No,
it's not. Not good. She's okay to say that. It's not a good stat.
But this is what I'm saying is she's allowed to say whatever she wants. And yet, because we're black, we all of a sudden just have to sit back and be like, oh, but don't be emotional about it. Just tell her the stats and tell her that she's wrong.
No,
it's like, but I don't understand how she can say something.
I just said if someone called me a monkey, I would get fucking pissed off.
Picking and choosing on what makes people upset.
Oh, something that should make you upset and something that shouldn't make you upset. That's what I'm choosing between. Something that is a blatant fucking direct hit at you or a fucking stat. Yes, I get to choose the one that should make me pissed off and the one that shouldn't make me pissed off. I can't do them the same.
How it came off to me and how some people on this panel, on their panel, not on our panel, is she was saying it to rage bait. It wasn't because she was trying to give statistics. I didn't see it that way. Maybe I missed the first 3 minutes of whatever the fuck she was talking about for the entire time, though, of what I saw. That's not what I got from her because it was about relationships. I don't understand. And then she said, well, because Jazz wasn't getting it. So then she said, well, black people are like this to try to get it to make it. It doesn't. And I'm not comprehending why it needs to go because black people are like this. And then you double down on that. Yeah, well, that shit is really bad. Like when you already know that you stirred up some type of bullshit that apparently you didn't intend to do, but now you're doubling down on it, that you did it. And then when you're asked about it, then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, well, then we're just going to talk about that homeless man or whatever. Well, he was kind of homeless. Well, I just thought that we were talking about black fatigue when we weren't anymore. They were talking about relationships. And then she's going to get on.
She literally said, women like not thugs, but criminals. She goes out to name a fucking white criminal of someone who killed a whole bunch of people. Jazz wasn't getting it, and then she said black people about how black people date criminals, and she led with some stat. She started off talking about white people first. Ted Bundy is white. Mm-hmm. So then she moved on and said, since you ain't getting it, dumbass, hey, what about black people? There you go. And and then that's when it goes fucking stupid. She didn't come in that joint. She may have even said that stat to get a rise out of someone. Maybe she did. But I think on these panels, you should be able to, that wasn't even enough of a rise for anyone to get all crazy. Maybe she did. Fuck it, whatever. But it wasn't that like a dig for someone for it to go that way. It wasn't that kind of dig. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's like, all right, because she is white, it doesn't matter. You say anything black, it's gonna be over with. But I would say kind of something similar to like if guys we're saying, hey, women, y'all do certain things, right? Or we don't like this, blah blah blah. Y'all do this, and y'all say it's nothing wrong with it, and then we'll say, okay, we can't draw a parallel exactly because it's like our conditions is different. So I can't say, well, if I flip it and say, well, if you was in the situation, more than likely it have to be like, well, if you had a son, like, okay, for example, if it's a situation where a woman's saying it's nothing wrong with a guy tricking on them and this, that, and the third, put him in the friend zone, don't give him none, this, that, and the third, and use all his time and resources and all that stuff. Okay, we'll be like, okay, what if a dude do it, we flip it and say, what if we put you in the friend zone and we waste your time and all that stuff? It wouldn't be the same, but we can flip it into something that you might relate to, so that you can feel it equally. And say, what if your son brought home a woman that was wasting his time, using his resources and everything, and you can tell that she's not serious? Would you tell him to do the same thing? So I think in the situation of this, she was trying to do a parallel of saying, black women, y'all like to do this or whatever, and it got after just listening to everything, I think it just got overblown. I can see the frustration of for her saying that, and she did say it is kind of bad though, and it was like a condescending type snarky kind of thing, right? I get that. I heard that, and I can see that. So I think that's the reason why Ash looking at the situation. Okay, she said it once, but then she doubled down and did it like in a snarky way. And it's like, okay, it's like all right, you see they agitated on some race stuff, but you keep doubling down on it. It's kind of like you really
it's a
don't
great
care.
area you missing though. It's a great area you missing. The comments in between that, the more you keep shooting at me, guess what? Just like Ross said, you're gonna continue to keep poking the bear. So I'm like, all right, bad, but 50% is bad though, right? Am I wrong? But see, that's the part,
and that's something on their end.
That's the picking and choosing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's the picking and choosing part. Like that's why I said before, if we gonna hold one side,
you're right.
I know I'm not talking about what you're saying, bro, but I'm just saying it just in general.
Oh,
the whole aspect of it was fucked up, right? If you want to look at it that way. Like I said before, everything should have been drawback, should have went that fucking far. But if we just gonna talk about what Pearl said, we also gotta talk about what the black women said too. Just two wrongs don't make a right. Just because some person started this way, that don't mean you gotta finish it. They double down on their comments too. They double down on it too. So therefore, I'm not gonna continue to keep pointing. Oh well, Pearl. No, Tyranny, Jazz, both of y'all wrong as fuck too. You just as wrong. They said
worse shit.
You just as wrong.
They said worse shit though.
That's what I'm saying. They said worse shit, but nobody went at their heads like that. And that's the problem. What I'm talking about when I talk about accountability, it ain't even a fact about if Pearl said some out of pocket shit. I would say like, shorty, you tripping. Same thing with Mark said. Look, if you said some out of pocket shit, like you bugging. But in this case, she didn't really say shit. That's really rage word. It's like, okay, well, I mean, your stats is off, but I doubt it. Can you elaborate on that? Like, what does that 60% entail though? Like, I don't see that. But you going into this rage-based situation, which Jazz loves to do. She loves it when you talk about relationships or black people in general. She dives into it, and she'd be wrong as two left shoes. Same as Tyranny. She just be talking, misdoubt. Never mind. She be talking the way she talk. And I'm just saying though, bro. And then Fatty doing what he do, you know, over talking everything. He talked more than anybody on the fucking panel. So I get it. I get it's your show, but the way that you're handling the situation, you talking more than every fucking body. You got how many people on the panel? What, 2, 4, 6, 7 people on the panel? And
so you saying like, so you saying like this whole situation was unbecoming because full out he wasn't. They wasn't being. You got 2 moderators and they wasn't able to moderate efficiently.
They weren't able to moderate efficiently. It's like, hey, I even give Lapeef them credit. It's like, hey, bro, at least he's able to bring it back to the conversation. Like, hey, let's get back to the conversation. What are we doing? Let's bring it back. Let's dial it back. We going too far left. What we doing? Like, hey, chill out. Like, we doing too much. What are we talking about now? This shit done went left. What we doing? Now I get it. If you're just doing it for the clicks and you're just doing it to get the reactions, all right, cool. Bet. I understand it. Because I'm saying I get the YouTube game now. But if this was a genuine situation, it should have been handled 10 times better, especially at the level that they're at this point now. And he even admitted again, and I'm gonna rebut it again. He fucked up a bag.
Yeah, he did. Now, after you said what you said, I was like, damn. And they try to make it seem like what I don't like what Fatty did at the end. It was also sucker shit. Was him trying to make it seem like they risked the bag to fight for their honor at the end.
Oh snap! Yeah, Chicago in the building.
We're talking about you. Yeah, you were wrong, 110%.
Yeah,
you were wrong. 1,000%.
Let me find out the algorithm blew the whole way.
I don't need it. Listen, he gonna see the video.
No, I'm saying
he'll see the video. That's fine. I tagged them in. I tagged them both in the video, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes on them. They were wrong.
That nigga name is Hypocrite.
You was wrong. You were wrong for getting because you had smoke for Pearl, and you should have. You should have what you should have did. You should have called her out on the percentage and said, "What do you mean?" You should have got the intel on regards to the percentage and what she said instead of getting triggered like you did. That's what you should have did, because you were so anti because it was the message of the person who said it to you versus actually attacking the argument what she said, you got triggered. You should have said, well, this 60%, what do you mean the 60%? What do you mean? Let's dissect that so we can get a better understanding. But you went off the deep end, Jazz. That's what you did.
We appreciate you for pulling up, though.
Yeah, shout out to you for the comment, though.
Have them on.
That's another thing. The beautiful headache appears with the great. No, I think she's standing 10 toes. Listen, I respect her for standing 10 toes when she believe in, but she be wrong with two left shoes though. But yeah, let's keep the video going though.
Here, you need to have some decorum and you need to talk about things in a sensible way. So you are not being triggered the people that are on the channel just because she was not just saying that, she was laying back, eating their Cheetos and actually making fun respectfully. If you are not as sensitive,
get one unlimited Cox mobile line free for a whole year.
Marcus
when you
did this
bundle
shit.
with Cox Internet for just
as you said, you are black women shouldn't offend you when they talk about black men too, and you get so.
You asked her about her experience, and she made it racial. No, it's because you weren't understanding when she used the Ted Bundy reference, but you were still acting as if you never heard of any women that like to date the bad boys or the edgy guys. It wasn't clicking for you, big dog. And so therefore she had to draw a reference to you so that way you can better understand, but you still weren't understanding. That's the point. Then you drew it back to her, asking her, hey, well, have you ever experienced it? As if you don't know. As if you don't know that there are girls that like bad boys. Like, come on, Jazz. Come on, man. I know you smarter than that, bro. You smarter than that. Come on.
So triggered. When we are on panels and black women talk shit about black men, and let me finish, but she told me this, but Sherelle told me that, and all of a sudden, you are unbothered. The only time I saw you unbothered was when Sherelle did that shit on M Show, and I commend to you, you were calm, collected, respectful. You didn't fall for the bait. You didn't do nothing. All of a sudden, you are telling us to not be triggered. And nobody was triggered, to be honest, because we kind of
the women were, and that's why she let, and that's why y'all kicked her out, because the women got triggered, which they usually do. They want to tell us what to be offended by. This is my point. Women have started to tell us what to be offended by.
We were offended.
No. Hey, 1 second, please. Stop. CJ, you can finish your point. Do you think me and Ali, you know us, you know our conversations, you know when we get into it with Mr. Fantastic, with Tommy, with Anton, you know exactly where we stand. There's no woman in the room, there's no woman involved. The first time they say black fatigue and all that shit, you know what we say? Oh, so you are fatigue of black people, but the 400 years that y'all been doing shit to black people, should black people be fatigued about y'all? Like, we fight back no matter if the women are triggered or not. So my point is this, and you got it, and Melanie, is not that you are saying that like what we should do, is that you are painting that we are only doing this because the women are triggered, when me and Ali are known for standing on that shit from the beginning, be woman on the panel or not woman on the panel. So it's just that Tyranny is not going to weaponize us. Jazz is not going to weaponize us. Melanie is not going to weaponize us. We are not white knights. We are standing on something because, to be honest, we decided to. Me and Ali had this conversation on the back. I'll just tell you so you kind of know what's going on. Me and Ali had this conversation on the back. We were trying to work with Pearly. We were going to do a weekly show with Pearly. Okay? This is a lot of money. This is a lot of views. This is a lot of clout. We squashed it. Like, we literally don't have nothing now because we standing on the principle that we agree before the show. So I think it's very unfair that you are saying that we just did that shit because we got triggered, when me and Ali had a conversation. If this becomes too racially charged, if there's clearly a targeting or a baiting, we are going to do something because we rather stand on our morals than actually stand on clout. You can reply. I just want to point that out.
The thing is, it wouldn't even escalated to that level unless, because the women were here and they got so triggered, it escalated that far. And to the second point you made about Andrew Wilson bringing up FUBU, is it racist to relate to the audience you're talking to? If I brought up Tommy Hilfiger, if I went over there and talked to them, how are they going, you're racist? What the fuck are we talking about? If I brought up some white shit when I was talking to white people, that would make sense. If I'm in a white audience,
so let me ask you something. Hold on. So you saying if we sitting at an Arab man's table, the Asian man table, the Jewish man table, any race of man table, they gonna let a black woman come in and start talking about their women?
CJ look like he
This
about to cry.
comparison was
Hold
way
on,
off,
please.
man.
Yes,
depends
answer
on
the
the
question.
conversation.
If you talk, no. If you're talking with Italians, I'll listen.
It
If you're
depends
talking
on
with
the
Italians, no,
conversation.
1 second.
It
CJ, answer the question. If
depends on
there's
the
a room
conversation.
full of Jazz.
No, if there's a room full of Italians, there's a room full of Asians, there's a room full of Jews with men and women, and a woman outside of their race comes in to talk shit about their own woman.
Black,
do you?
Black, they specifically
Yes, a black woman goes and starts talk shit about their woman. Do you think those men are going to do
If
something?
they're emotional, no. If they're not, then yes.
Oh my God, it's easy.
That lady so far fast out that room, it ain't nowhere here, man. You being disingenuous. Just put it this way.
Disingenuous. Y'all being disingenuous.
Just put everybody.
And we didn't let Melanie speak.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
We know how to moderate our show, CJ.
All right, so I think we got the gist of the rest of the situation. We said what we said, and I still stand on it. They were wrong.
I disagree, but you know, you can agree to disagree.
You know what I'm saying? That's fair. You know what I mean? You agree to disagree.
Nah, don't agree to disagree. Stand on your shit.
I am standing on. That's why I said we can agree to disagree. I'm not changing my mind on how I felt about it. I feel exactly what I said I feel.
Even though feelings don't adhere to reality, it's the reality of the situation. But hey,
that's also your reality. My reality is completely
that
different.
ain't a feeling, but I don't feel
that's
it,
your
so
perception. Yes, it is. You feel a way of how they reacted. I feel a way of how they reacted. It's two opinions.
I doubt it.
Same as
I don't think so.
I mean, like you just said, you don't think so, which is a thought, which is an opinion.
Yeah, but it ain't a feeling though. It's a thought. It's not. I'm not making it. I'm not making it. I'm not giving an opinion.
And that's
I'm not giving an opinion based on my feelings. I'm giving an opinion based on what I think and what I've observed and what I actually see and what I see. But it's not my. It's not the same thing. I can make. I can say I got triggered
from feel and think. Okay, I think this way. You think that way, and that's okay.
No, you said I feel. The first.
And I just changed it because you're not. That one doesn't click for you, so I changed it. I think this way, which is the same thing. But we can
you mute, bro. You mute, bro.
It ain't clicking for you, bro.
Yeah, it ain't. Apparently, it ain't clicking for me up here.
It
ain't clicking for me.
She said, "Come get that."
I should have interesting, like I said, come get the real. Man, listen, the way that I
like
want you. You're right. You know what? You're right because I didn't want you because you responded the way that you shouldn't have responded. 100%. Y'all could have had a conducive conversation, but you didn't. It went left. And that's why I think Ashley is wrong because there was no conducive conversation. It could have been brought back and y'all could have had an actual conversation. That's the point I'm making. You went off. That's why it went off the rails because if they were thinking logical about the situation and actually paying attention to the platform and understanding what they had at stake there, they would have moved a little bit different. So yes, thinking logically versus my feelings. Because if I would have reacted on my feelings, I would agree with you guys. I would say, yeah, man, they fucked up. They wrong. Like Pearl all the way wrong for that shit. Fuck the money. Fuck all that shit. No, but we think looking at this from a business perspective, we're looking at it from a different standpoint. No, they fucked that whole situation up. They fucked the bag up. All because you got triggered. It is what it is. If you got triggered, that's fine. Stand on it. That's cool, bro.
I think they dropped.
You're not wrong for how you feel. I would 100% and I respect it.
They dropped.
I 1000% disagree with you from a business perspective. So
they dropped the ban. They dropped the ban because they didn't moderate efficiently. That's all it was. They didn't bring it back.
Facts.
Because let's be honest. Like people on a panel gonna go left even if it ain't about race. Like we done had situation on shit went left and it was going in, but you had to moderate. So it's like that's what it was. He should have moderated. They should have moderated. They got two. It's two of them.
Well, kind of one.
But I mean, the shit went left unnecessarily. But all in all, that's your job as a moderator.
Facts. Hold on, before we go to our one last topic, That doesn't make me wrong and went left because she made it about race and failed the entire thing. How can you not see that? Oh, I see it with a clear lens.
Well, no, see, the thing is with the race point is once it went there, I wish like people, like I said earlier, start holding them accountable for them blanket ass stats.
Yeah.
Make them deep dive into them stats. So
Fact.
I understand how, yeah, it did. Like I said before, Pearl, she was in the deep. She was in Jaws, nigga, way out in the ocean with the sharks.
Yeah.
She went way the fuck left field. But at the same time, quit throwing these high ass number stats on some bullshit when you know that ain't what it is. Yep. I don't give a fuck if 60% of the motherfuckers get handcuffs on their hands. Which ones actually deserve the shit? You know what I mean? Like, start holding them accountable to break it down that way. So that's where, like, if you're gonna keep poking the bear, still keep that bear in the cage. Don't poke the bear and just let them just say some other shit. Like, no, don't deviate to this next stat that you have until you've completed the dissection of this first stat that you threw out here. Because this is why we down the dark and narrow to begin with. Like, you can't say 60% of motherfuckers is getting arrested. Okay, arrested for fucking what? I could be walking down the sidewalk and the cop is like, oh, fuck you. And I could say, fuck you too. And now I'm arrested. That wasn't fucking being violent. That you disrespected me and I met your energy. You just happen to have a badge. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of fucking dumb shit in the middle.
And choosing. Somebody comes at you sideways. Okay, well, I have an opportunity to say the same fucking thing. But now all of a sudden it's crazy. Now it's wild that she said that she's fucking dogs.
What?
No,
What Fatty did say he punched you in the face, so you get the punch back.
But what I'm saying is, and I mean, Jazz wasn't the one talking about the dog fucking and shit.
Right.
That was wild in its own accord. But we should have never made it to the dogs. No, you kept saying this 60%. Okay. Right. If you're saying that these black women like the bad boys and 60% of these people is getting arrested, bitch, what part of the 60% is the bad boys?
Exactly. That's why exactly.
Because niggas get arrested just for having fucking locks.
Right.
Like, you could get a CEO on Wall Street with locks that just gets arrested. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could come out of a store and a motherfucker detain you because you fit the description. Bitch, what's the description? Yep. The motherfucker said the suspect had on a black shirt and orange pants. I have on an orange shirt and black pants. I do not fit the description. That is 50% polar opposite of what the fuck was the description. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just need people to hold people accountable to that streamline point and not let it go all wild and stuff to where, which is where I'm saying, okay, sometimes Jazz be wilding because nobody ever narrows it in. Because Jazz sometimes does have the personality where, like, oh, if you go low, I'm dragging it to hell. Fuck it. Like, it is what it is. We gonna just both go through that. Which, I mean,
she be wrong with two left shoes sometimes too. Yeah, like a motherfucker.
I'm not saying she right.
Like a motherfucker.
But at the same time, nobody rallied in Pearl.
That's fact.
So now we got all these black people fighting. Pearl done rage quitting. Look like she done did a honorable exit, and niggas still fighting over some shit when they should have actually been on her ass and be like, yeah, we ain't gonna let you get away with this 60% bullshit. Narrow it in. Just like I said earlier with this whole 13% black and 50% of crimes. No. Ain't no way we ain't fucking made it past 13% in all these years because on one hand, all these purebred niggas is out here, but every time a nigga mix with something, y'all put them under the nigga blanket.
Very true.
If a motherfucker's half black, half white, they don't put white on that ID. They put black. It don't matter which parent was white.
Yeah.
I know most people say that you are what your father is, but the dad could be white and the mom is black, and they still put black on the ID. So how you gonna tell me that it's 13% every fucking year on year? That's a false stat within itself. Then you telling me that 50% out of that 13 is doing all these crimes? Like, yeah, no, miss me with that shit.
Agreed.
It's the same probably 18% that keeps coming out being repeat offenders. We seen Shorty on the train that got stabbed and patched up in the train, and the nigga was arrested like 13 times and released. That's his own fucking stat. That don't add to everybody else. So where does his shit fall in the 50% and the 13%? Like a lot of these stats make these motherfuckers go down to the T and dissect the shit instead of just blanket. Oh yeah, 60%. Nah, bitch, fuck out of here with that shit. Break this shit the fuck down.
She good for that. That's something I noticed with Pearl, bro.
So it's 14. It's 14%, and that's inclusive of mixed race individuals.
That's
Pearl,
bullshit too. I ain't going.
Pearl, she'll throw out stats, but she don't break it down.
It's 14%. Okay, so what's the percentage? Hold on, Mac. My fault. I ain't even trying to cut you off. If that is 14%, just in the NBA alone, what's the percentage of them niggas with white bitches or mixed race, non-black?
But that's the thing. But again, I get your point because some of them don't self-identify as black. You know what I'm saying? So I get your point though. So it's probably more than that. But I'm just saying those who are black that are technically mixed. So I'm pretty sure that's probably because they identify with the black side versus the other side.
So we've been talking about Pookies and Ray Ray since Land Before Time, dicking bitches dying.
Yeah.
And we only went up 1%.
Right.
Nope.
In 20 years, man. Y'all convinced me with that.
Yeah, you gotta. That's one of those things. So I do rock with Andrew because if he do give out a stat, he actually break it down. Like he'll actually like Pearl. She a white lady that throw out stats and nobody like asks her to substantiate like what the stats, what's the variables, what's the context, and what's the relevance to the conversation at hand. Like I said before, I get it. She tried to do something that was relatable or whatever, but she just threw out a stat, and just like how Raw just said, okay, out of the 60%, what percentage out the 60 that's arrested that the women, that black women like? What's the characteristics? You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier in the show, like I literally heard women say, if he ain't got no ops and he ain't standing on business, I can't fuck with him. I done heard that shit. Huh?
I think we grew up also in an era when we were younger. Sure, you know, we had that bad boy era or whatever, but we also need to do a statistic on age preference because like 25 and under, sure. The frontal lobe isn't finished pretty much yet. But like after that, like the women that we're talking to now in our age aren't going for that anymore. So it's kind of like.
But that's what she was talking about.
I think that's the whole point though, because a lot of the women like up to like 25, 26, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It kind of get to a point where after you done so much damage, okay, now I don't want the bad guy no more. But it caused so much damage.
It's growing.
Well, whatever, growing.
They grow up.
Growing
in movies and all sorts of stuff, we grow up on like, oh, we want the bad boy and all this stuff. There's so many things surrounding us that say that the bad boy as well, and not all of us want them. Let's start off with that. Like we talk about, some of them do, but not all women want them. Some women do not want them, and some children also, teenagers.
Ash, calm down. I did not say all. I didn't say all.
I wasn't saying you did.
Well, I'm saying in general, when we be talking, we're not saying all. They was talking about a certain demographic. There is a certain demographic of women that do like bad guys. That's the whole conversation. And then when I'm saying up to 25, I was saying that yes, women evolve, everything in that nature. But they was talking about up to the 25 or whatever. That is usually what they are looking for, and then usually that comes with some kind of. Even if you evolve and everything, women be scarred. I mean, human beings, they get scarred by their experience, right? Every time we be having these conversations, we're talking in general. We're not saying all. In general, I mean, in most panels, not even just this panel. The problem is when we call it out, I think a lot of times it get internalized as we're trying to label all women that, you know, for things. No, it's talking about a certain demographic. Just like men. We know there's ain't shit men out there, but we know that all men ain't shit. We're not going to say that. There's certain demographic of men that have certain characteristics that makes them ain't shit. Women, there's certain demographic of women that make them ain't shit, and they like bad boys.
So, question from the comments says, panel question: do blacks feel obligated to date thug type conform?
Thug type conform?
Well,
I'm guessing he said thug type, so I just say thug types.
I'm guessing that's a question that Ashley can answer, being that, you know.
I don't think the dude's trying to think thug.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I can't answer that.
That's more an Ashley question, but
Pause,
let Ashley answer that first though.
Yeah, I'll let her answer first.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think we're obligated to date thugs. I think when you're growing up, you know, the bad boy looks fun depending on who you are at the time that you're at in your life, but not all or half or whatever. But like, no, I don't feel like it's obligated. To what Pearl was stating about, or maybe just the conversation in general, when it was brought up about Black women dating men that have been incarcerated, when not even a lot of, but a percentage of Black men have been incarcerated. And if you date Black men, which we have a higher rate than other races per certain things, I think that that's just going to happen. It doesn't have to be that it's because of that they're thugs. Like we were just talking about on this panel, there's all sorts of reasons why they could have got arrested for some bullshit. So it's like, no, I don't think it's an obligation.
When incarcerated though?
Or maybe not even incarcerated. All around, just handcuffed. I was trying to cover all bases, not just conviction.
Here we go with this handcuff shit.
I'm saying it's an all, because I do agree that we are on some bullshit. Not we as
that's still women like in the bad boy, because you can be a good dude and they won't fucking fuck with you because you're not a bad boy. And being Black.
How long ago was that though? Like,
so I still think it's still the bad
that was
boy.
your high school. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't even know anymore. I don't even know what the kids are doing anymore. When I was in high school, which was what, 12 years ago, 15 years ago.
Even when you were 20.
Can you bring that comment back up again, Courtney?
Which one?
Still the same.
That thug, whatever, the question towards the panel. I mean, okay, panel question: do Blacks feel obligated to date thug type conform? All right, well, Ashley already answered that from a woman's perspective. I could say from a man's perspective, more specifically from a hood perspective, I'd say that the men don't necessarily feel that we have to feel a thug type conform as far as being Black men. But depending on your environment, in your formative years, you might slip down the path of trying to follow that persona of being a thug to kind of get the perks that comes with it. So, I mean, you know, we had a woman up here answer if she would like to date that type, but also I think the men we should answer as far as, did we ever want to be that type of person?
Nope.
For me, I never necessarily wanted to be that type of person because, I mean, no disrespect to people that can't get bitches, but I was getting bitches off the rip, so I never really had to do nothing extra to get women per se.
Wow, you calling them bitches?
Well, it's like I'm not even really trying to be a dickhead, but like it was varsity people and all this other stuff, and you know, I was crunching the same women they was crunching, so I never really cared to necessarily be a thug per se. I can say that some things in my household led me to be rebellious for a certain amount of years. So, I mean, you could have viewed me as thug adjacent, but I never really fully on chase like a Tupac style thug life type shit. Like, I was kind of just rebellious to my mom as a only child of a single mom, kind of, you know, to get attention. Because sometimes, you know, as a human in general, you crave attention, man or woman. But, you know, as a child, you kind of want attention from your parent. So if you're not getting it, you might do whatever it takes to get some, be it positive or negative. So I could say that there was a time where, you know, I went down a path where you probably could have threw that YN label on me for about a year or two, but I wasn't oh so extreme with it at the same time. Because like shit, to be honest, most of the stuff that I wanted, I could get anyway. So I can answer on that side from the guy standpoint.
He also asked, why don't they date more white dudes? Can't she answer that?
They do.
I think dating is proximity based. I think women that can attract the white dudes that they want to attract go over there. And if you get a white dude that's black acting, they do get the hoes.
I ain't gonna get into that.
But it's also proximity based. Like I'd say women in the suburbs are closer to rubbing shoulders with, those people than people in the inner cities, for instance, of which that kind of plays a part. So I think proximity plays a part when it comes to going across the street as far as interracial, whatever.
Well, any final thoughts on everything, the show, anything before we read the super chats?
My only thought is if they go behind the scenes and they figure out how to make up on their bag with Pearl, just don't let shit fucking run all the way down the dirt road into the ravine.
I'm saying that was smoked.
Learn to corral things.
I think any other show, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But because this was a potential bag and everything, I think they should have conducted the panel better. I ain't gonna lie. They should have replaced either Jazz or Tyranny. That both of them there at the same time. It's like they have to sit on their hands, like so people can talk. Because they have a situation. I noticed that even when the host is talking, he's trying to calm everybody down and say, "Hey, everybody, be quiet." They still keep talking, and it's messing up the quality of the show. Which they say a lot of little sly comments and everything, and usually those sly comments turn into another situation. So it's like that. Like I'd shout out to DJ Hemp. He do a pretty good job at moderating. He'll let you get your shit off. But if it start getting monotonous and stuff, he gonna be like, "Hey, shut it down." And I think that's what they should have did. Like usually he have the little button when he say everybody be quiet. He got the little AI thing.
Yep.
He ain't never use it, and they usually be quiet when they do that.
Marcus, you got anything?
Yeah, no, I just think, especially, I don't know, I just would have never expected that from Fatty and Ali to kind of crash out like that, especially knowing like what they could have had in the future for their show. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely Fatty. He needs to stop, trying to be a part of the show so much and controlling everything, cutting people off, and be a better moderator. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I got on that one.
Ashley?
I agree with how Fatty and Ali handled it. I also see that that's how usually they maneuver as well. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I do understand if you're gonna have a long-standing relationship and immediately if she's just gonna continue to race bait, like what's the point? So personally, don't see anything wrong with that. And that's pretty much it for me. Yeah.
Okay. I feel it. Well, I said my piece. Already a couple of times already. So it is what it is. So let's get into these super chats.
Dive into the Courtnee Edgar Show super chats.
Hey, shout out to XXY Rex for the $3 ball. You feel me? Appreciate you for supporting the channel. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It's always much appreciated. Appreciate you. So I think that was a good one. A good one. I think we can stop there, man.
Yeah, we can stop it right there. We stop it.
You wilding out, bro.
At the end of the day, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to Fat and them and their platform. You know, they're still doing numbers. They're gonna continue to do numbers that, you know, at the end of the day, because keep the show rolling. You know, yeah, you did fumble a bag, but however, you know, your content is still good enough to where you're probably gonna bring in more people anyway who gonna be willing to invest in you. So you'll be straight, y'all gonna be straight. I just gotta call it for how I see it right now. You fumbled the bag, a big one, fucking up. But other than that, today was a great show. It was a phenomenal show. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us. We're gonna continue to keep building this platform. If you haven't subscribed to the Courtnee Edgar Show, go do that now because I'll be live tomorrow. But also make sure you run up the numbers at Banter and Barter Show as well. Go run.
What else topic go?
Let's get now that was gonna be kind of referencing towards the topic in regards to women liking criminals type shit, and that was gonna be an example of one. But I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. I'm gonna just let it be.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just let it be. But you know, so make sure y'all go run up the numbers over there and that Banter and Barter Show too. Go help us get to 1K over there so we can get that thing monetized. So that way I ain't gotta keep streaming on the Courtnee Edgar Show. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. And until next time.